What it do? What it do? What's happening with it? Y'all already know what it is. You tuned in to another episode of Everything Boxing. There you go, talking that boxing again. And yeah, when y'all come in the building, make sure that y'all smash on my like button. Make sure that y'all smash on the like button. Yeah. What's happening with everybody? What's good with y'all? We got Leon Robinson in the building. What's happening with it? Adonis K3, what's good with it? Jay West, what's happening with it? We got my man DP Rocker in the building. What's good with it? 817 Boxing Beat, what's happening with it? King Coleon in the building. What's happening with it? Skinny Too Litty, what's good? My man Batman in the building. What's happening with it, Batman? Yeah. Let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? We gonna cook today. I ain't feeling shit. I feel like shit today, but we gonna cook. We gonna cook. We gonna get it in for sure. Got my man Thomas in the building. Sheena, what's happening with it, Queen? Sheena Figueroa, what's happening with it? SWAT TX, what's good? Big John, what it do? Yeah, we gonna talk about it, you know? We gonna talk about the situation going on at hand with Mr. Terence Bud Crawford. You feel me? We gonna get into it. And y'all hit the like button as you come in the building. Make sure that you smash on the like button as you come in the building. Right? Make sure that y'all smash on the like button. Will Murphy, what's happening with it? Mike Ryan, what's good with it? Salute. My man DP Rocker, what's happening with it? Salute to you. Nah, man, I actually felt better. On Monday. Shit. Yesterday and today, I feel like shit. But you know, we gonna, it's all good, man. We gonna get through it. Seattle Boxing Talk, what's happening with it? Skinny Too Litty, what's good with it? My man Daryl, what's good with it? Soldier of God, what's happening with it? Yeah, Terence Crawford. We Terence Crawford, man. What's going on with Terence Crawford and old Bob? And we, like I said, we gonna get into that. Another situation I've been wanting to talk about is that Romero situation. The Rolly situation, man. So news came out that those charges by Rolly, like they closed the investigation. It wasn't nothing else to investigate. So they pretty much let me read y'all the statement that Rolly came out with. For those who haven't heard it yet. Let me see. Let me pull it up. It says, nah, that's not the one. Where's the? Let me pull it up for y'all. It says, after 3.5 months of my name being slandered with false accusations, having to miss out on the opportunity, cheated out of my dream, and out of a massive amount of wealth, the investigation into the allegations made against me has been formally closed. Charges were filed because the allegations could not be substantiated because as I also stated, I am innocent. I am now the symbol of freedom, purity, and love, known as that's another thing he did. He says known as the boxer formerly known as Rolly. Yeah, so he came out yeah, and then he said some other shit I ain't gonna repeat. But so Rolly came out, right? And he also did a video talking about that he don't want to be associated with the name Rolly no more. He said that he doesn't want to be associated with that name no more. And from now on, he's changing his name to the artist formerly known as Rolly. Dude is a trip. But anyway, with all of that, the whole situation that he was, do you know what I'm saying, that he was accused of, and in that whole situation, I just felt that it was a funny situation from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? I thought the situation was a weird situation from the very beginning because I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Right in the middle of he getting ready to get a big fight, then they all of a sudden come out with these allegations. And I told y'all before, like I just wouldn't I don't know, that shit seemed funny to me. You know what I'm saying? It just seemed funny to me. And I told y'all, I said, watch. I said, all of a sudden the charges are gonna be dropped. I said, once Tank goes on and he has his fight, and then a little bit after that, I said, you ain't gonna hear nothing no more about this shit. I said, all of a sudden the charges are gonna be dropped. And that's exactly what's happening. So it just don't add up to me. It don't add up to me. You know, it just do not add up. Now, to me, I think that if he did do some shit like that, it wasn't rape. They said that he, you know what I'm saying, he took a girl's hand and put it on his joint, right? So whatever it was, I think that maybe it could have been some shit that did happen like a while ago before, and they already had knew about it. TMT Mayweather Promotions, they already had knew about it, and for some reason, they didn't want him to go in there and fight Tank Davis. So they like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead and dig this shit up and put it out there. Have her put it out there. Or they could have got a woman to say some shit like that. Or it could have had, I don't know, but it just didn't seem right to me in the very first place. It didn't seem right to me in the first place. You know? Outside the box media says, so you think they were scared of Rolly show of the Rolly show? We obviously seen fighters fight under investigation before. I'm not saying that they were scared or nothing. I just think that it was something, you know what I'm saying? It was something more to it that they didn't want him to get in the ring with Tank Davis than we know. That's what it is. I mean, Rolly, he was talking a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? He was talking a lot of shit. He had said some things about TMT Promotions. He was running his mouth. So it could have been like, okay, all right, bet. We put you in this situation. Now we're going to show you how fast we could take you out of this situation. You know what I'm saying? We put you in this situation. We're going to show you how fast we could take you out of this situation. It could have been that because he was saying some things about Leonard Ellaby and Floyd and them. He got on live a couple times before all of that shit came out, and he was saying like some little underhanded shit about how TMT Promotions was doing them. So, you know what I'm saying, bro? That it could have been, hey, all right, you want to play with us? We're going to take you right out of this fight that we put you in since you want to run your mouth. It's just like I said, I don't know exactly what it is, but it ain't adding up to me. It just didn't sound right. And I told y'all from the very beginning, I said, man, something ain't sitting right with me about this whole situation. Sheena says, yeah, Keon, that's what I think. Rolly crossed the line with TMT. Yeah, Sheena. I think that's what it was. He did something to cross the line with them, and then they wanted to show him, you start opening your mouth. This is what we got the power to do to you. And then you think about it, right? You got a lot of TMT fighters that complain about TMT behind the scenes, right? You got a whole lot of Mayweather fighters that complain about the promotional company, how they being promoted, and things, fucked up things that's happened to them behind the scenes, but you don't hear none of them come out public with it. Mickey Bay came out public with it, but that shit is years after he ain't even fighting no more, really. You know what I'm saying? Why did Mickey Bay, why he ain't come out public with all the shit that he been saying while he was with TMT? It's a reason behind that. It might be a reason behind that. Why are all these fighters that complain behind the scenes about TMT promotions, they fucked up, they can't get no fights, and they complain behind the scenes, but they ain't coming out in front of that camera in the public and they not complaining about it? It's a reason behind that. Rolly, he came out and he was running his mouth in public. He was saying certain shit about Leonard Ellaby and TMT promotions in public. And now you can say, well, you see what happened to him. I'm just saying, I don't know. I'm not saying that that is it, but something just didn't sound right with the whole situation to me. And I don't even fuck with Rolly. You know what I'm saying? I don't even fuck with Rolly, but just something didn't sound right about that whole situation from the jump. And I had told y'all that. The Queen, Cassandra Mason, is in the building. Salute to the Queen. So yeah, Seattle Boxing Talk, it was just the timing of the whole thing. Like, why did these allegations have to all of a sudden come out when Rolly was about to have the biggest fight of his life? You know what I'm saying? Come on now. Like, it just didn't add up. 817 says, Mickey said, you don't want to be on Floyd's bad side. Yeah. And now that these allegations have cleared up, right? You haven't heard Floyd Mayweather, Leonard Ellaby, or nobody from that runs TMT Promotions. You ain't heard none of them come out and say, and speak on Rolly's behalf. Now that the charges have been, basically dropped, or he wasn't even charged with nothing. It was just basically some he say, she say type, shit. Some accusations. They was never even able to charge him. It was accusations. But now that shit has been basically, where they had to come out like, hey, we don't got no evidence to continue, to keep this on going. Now that shit is X'd out, why haven't TMT, why haven't Leonard Ellaby, because he do all the talking, why haven't Leonard Ellaby came out and held a press conference on Rolly's behalf? Y'all think about that shit. I'm pretty sure if it was Gervonta Tank Davis and he was accused of some shit like this, and then it came to find out that it was all some bullshit, and they had to close the investigation, I'm pretty sure that they would come out and do an interview on Gervonta Tank Davis's behalf. And I'm not a fan of Rolly, you know what I'm saying? That's not what it's about. And we're not gonna sit up here and act like that. Shit like this haven't happened to athletes before. You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna act like that shit haven't happened to athletes like this before. My man, Knockout Boxing 86 TV in that super chat, man, I appreciate you. He said, showing love to the grind. Man, I appreciate you for coming through, showing love and support. And salute to my man, Knockout. My man, Juwan Ramos, what's happening with it? Sheena says they knew the accusations would be believable by some people because of Rolly's character. Yeah. And I agree, but it's a dirty game, it's a dirty game. And like my man 817 said, Mickey Bay said, one thing you don't want to do is get on Floyd Mayweather's bad side. Now I'm not saying that Floyd Mayweather did do all this. I'm just saying this is some things you got to look at, right? And just like a lot of people say, well, look at Rolly. Shit, he looked like he did it. Well, you can say it the same. You could look at Floyd Mayweather and say, by Floyd Mayweather's action and what you heard and how he acts and shit, that it ain't really no boundaries of how far he'll go to embarrass you if you get on his bad side. I said, man, it's all it just at the end of the day, this shit just didn't make sense to me. Like the girl said, oh, I was in the car and we was making out and we was kissing and stuff, right? Like, come on, let's just keep it 100. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it all the way 100. The girl said I was in the car with him, we was making out and we was kissing and stuff, right? And then she said he pulled he unzipped his pants and pulled his joint out, right? And they was kissing and he had his joint out. Then he tried to put her hand on his shit, and she was like, no. She said she like pulled her hand away, and he tried to put her hand on his shit again, and she said no, like she pulled her hand away again or whatever, and then that was pretty much the end of it. Like, you know what I'm saying? She was like, I'm gone. And she got out the car and dipped out. So, come on. Like with that story in itself, right there. So you traumatized because you acting like you ain't never seen a dick before. Oh, so you in the car with the man, you got your tongue down his throat. And I'm not saying that, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying now all of a sudden you traumatized to file a case because you acting like you ain't never seen a dick before. When you got out of the car, I mean, shit, you got out the car, he ain't run you down, he ain't chase you down. It was that. You know what I'm saying? That was that. So I don't understand, like all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying? Like that shit funny to me. You said you ain't want to touch his dick, and he got mad and was like, man, fuck you. Then you got out the car, and it was that. Like, I don't understand So all of a sudden now you ain't never seen a dick before. I don't understand it. So you was cool enough to be putting your tongue down the man's throat, but if he pulled his dick out, okay, cool. Tell him, you know what I'm saying? I ain't with that. You know what I'm saying? But now you all of a sudden, months later, you filing charges, and months later, when this man has the biggest fight of his life, now you want to come out and file charges because you traumatized from seeing a dick. Come on, man. I don't. You see, some of y'all crazy for real. You know what I'm saying? Like come on, like, you know, I'm gonna just keep it raw with y'all. Like, you know, some of y'all get on these shows and shit. I'm watching Fred's show last night. Some of y'all get on these shows and shit and try to act like you so fucking high sedity, and like, come on, man. A lot of you niggas didn't pull your dick out before. Stop acting like that. A lot of you niggas didn't been fucking with a female, you pulled your dick out before. Like, come on now. Like, stop trying to act like that Rolly the only man that's ever fucked with a female and pulled his dick out. I know we got some women in here right now, and they've been fucking with a dude, and the dude pulled his dick out. She might have been like, nah, put your dick back in. There ain't nothing going down right now. Or she might have been cool with it. But at the end of the day, come on, man. Knockout Boxing says, if you are a minority in the country and you saying he looked like he did it, you are an absolute fool. How the hell can we get respect? He says, hold on. I lost it. He says, how the hell can we get respect from the races if we don't respect ourselves? Exactly, Knockout. And then you got these niggas running around just because, see, you got to put the the shit aside just because, oh, I don't like Rolly because he talk about Devin real bad. Okay, yeah, but that's a whole different situation. Or he looked like he retarded. Yeah, he does look like he retarded. But just because he has a certain look, that don't mean the man is running around raping women. You feel me? Sheena said, Rolly said he promised to buy his mom a house with the money. Yeah, damn. Yeah, he fucked up about that, man. But like it's like, okay, now you done did this and you didn't stop this man from a payday. What are the consequences to what you came out with? It ain't none because you got a backing behind you. I guarantee you that woman got Floyd Mayweather, the TMT promotion backing behind. Come on now. They ain't came out and said nothing on his behalf. Seattle Boxer Talk says, "Good, get well soon, dog." Shout out to EBT fan, man. I appreciate you in that super chat. Seattle Boxer Talk coming through, showing love, man. I appreciate you showing love and support to the channel, man. I'm trying to, dog. I'm trying to. I thought I was shaking. I thought it was getting better, and then it started getting worse again, man. So I don't know. I'm trying to stay dehydrated. I'm trying to stay hydrated because the last couple of days, man, I wasn't able to stay hydrated. But now I'm trying to stay hydrated. And maybe that was the problem. I wasn't drinking enough fluids. Jeffrey H. Lopez was happening with it. Polo Sports Talking Entertainment. Yeah. Anthony Johnson, he said she might have been cool with it. I mean, she might have, and it could have been some just shit that there was some made up shit. I don't know, but they didn't have enough evidence to, you know what I'm saying? They basically, the authorities, they investigated. Yeah, I'm drinking coconut water right now, Polo Sports. The authority, they investigated and they said, hey, it ain't nothing else to investigate. It ain't really nothing here. You know what I'm saying? There ain't really nothing else here. Skinny Too Litty says, even though Rolly looked like he eat Brillo pads, he should still get accused of things like rape that will mess a man's career up. Yeah. And a lot of people running around saying rape, it was sexual assault. So sexual assault can it can stem from anything. It can stem from, you know, that what she's saying he did. It could be like that. You know, shit, you grab the woman's ass or you grab the woman's titties is you know, that's all assault, like something that you're doing that's unwanted. But like it's certain situations that's different. Like, you know, now if you in the club or you in somewhere and you grab a woman's titty, yeah, that is sexual assault. And you need to be in jail for doing some shit like that. But they in the car and they making out and they fucking with each other. He pulled his joint out. Maybe he thought it was that time. Maybe he thought it was cool. Like, okay, you know what I'm saying? For the moment, maybe he thought it was cool. And then, you know, she like, nah. And maybe he like, you know, every dude then did this shit. Like every dude then did some shit to where they fucking with a female and then they might have pulled that shit and the girl like, nah. And then you like, nah, come on. Cause you think, okay, well, she gonna do it. I'm gonna just try to, I just need to talk her into it a little bit more. But she was like, nah, and then she dipped. So, I mean, it is what it is, bro. Not having enough evidence to prosecute does not mean nothing happened. All we can hope is for justice was served. But do it mean that it did happen, get smoke? So if they didn't have enough to prosecute, where are you going? Where are you going with it? You feel me? A woman can say you did some shit tomorrow. Do they mean you did it? So the best thing to go with, if they couldn't find nothing and you know what I'm saying? Well, I mean, you got to go with that. So um, hold on, y'all. Yeah. Let me see. Let me see. My man KP says, where's the evidence? No man of color get off easy. So I think it's bullshit. Right, man. He also said sexual assault is ambiguous, and that's bullshit. Yeah, meaning that it's what I'm saying, it could be all different type of scenarios or yeah. C Wood said so it was an unfounded allegation. Pretty much that's what it was, bro. And like my man KP said, that sexual assault word, it's a double meaning. Now, if you around here sexual assaulting women, right? And when I mean sexual assaulting, I mean grabbing females' asses unwanted, grabbing their titties, doing shit, whatever, it's a whole lot of different meanings of sexual assault. Like, your ass need to be locked up. If you a fucking rapist, you need to be killed slowly. Get Smoke says talking women into sex is a risky business. You gotta let me know what you mean by that. Get Smoke, because if any man is gonna sit up here and say that they never tried to talk a woman into sex back when they like you a grown, like, I mean, once you get to a certain age, I mean, you ain't really got to do all of that. You know what I'm saying? You grown and she grown. But when you younger, I mean, come on now, man. Every dude that talked women, tried to talk women into having sex with them. Like, stop fronting. Like, niggas be wanting to get on the internet and shit because they got other people looking and they scared what other niggas gonna say. And I'm not talking about you, Get Smoked. I'm just saying that's what a lot of dudes be doing. They want to get on the internet and scared to say certain shit and want to be politically correct. So you gotta say what you saying by when you say, because every dude then tried to talk a woman into some sex. Well, I ain't gonna say every dude, because some men like men. But um uh 817 Boxing B says the association with sexual assault alone puts a jacket on a man, guilty or not. Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, right. 817 said we all didn't talk the female out her drawers and shit. Come on, I mean, come on, man. Let's cut the bullshit, bro. That's one thing about me. I ain't worried about what another nigga think or who else is watching. Going, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, he said this. I'm not worried about that shit, bro. I'm not care what nobody think like that, because I ain't never raped no woman. I ain't never sexually assaulted no woman. None of that type of shit. So I'm not worried about none of that, bro. Um, but Adonis K3 says, go Google women lies about rape, sexual assault, and see how many cases happened in the last year. Yeah, I mean, it happens. And also, let's not act like so it happens all the time, especially with athletes, especially with high profile you know what I'm saying, people, right? Men, but we're not going to now. A lot of women do get raped, and it's never heard about. So it's two sides. It's two sides. So, but we talking about what she said in her statement, right? What she said in her statement. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't rape. So it wasn't rape, but Sheena says it's Rolly banned from boxing now. I can't say that he's banned, but he was asked about, who was he looking to fight next and all of that. And Rolly said, I don't know. He said, I don't even know if I'm gonna box again. That's what he said. So he's not banned from boxing, because they can't ban him from something that, they can't ban him from something that didn't happen, essentially. That's just like you, Sheena. I could say Sheena sent me some inappropriate stuff in my DM. And Sheena didn't send me nothing in my DM. I'm just saying, Sheena sent me some inappropriate stuff in my DM, and now I'm, you know what I'm saying? Now I'm having fucking, I don't know. I can just make up some fucked up ass allegations, right? And now, I'm traumatized. I'm traumatized because of what Sheena sent me in my DM. Well, where is it at? Well, I erased it because, I didn't want nothing like that in my DM, but I'm traumatized because Sheena sent, and I seen what Sheena sent me. Now I'm traumatized. I could, I could use, you know what I'm saying? And now I'm trying to press charges against Sheena. Do it mean that she did it? Where's the evidence? Well, I erased it. Well, okay. What are we going to investigate? Now it's just me saying some shit. Hey, 817 stupid. My bad, Sheena. My bad, Sheena. I had to use a woman. I didn't want to use one of these dudes. And now I'm pressing charges on Sheena because I'm traumatized. I'm just saying. Hey, y'all crazy as hell. 817 I didn't got so much car coochie I can't count. Skinny Too Litty says it's safe for fighters and other athletes. Leave them chicks alone. Focus on your passion. It's Skinny Too Litty. It's easy saying that, but you tell a 24-year-old, 24, 25-year-old young man that shit, bro. They ain't listen. That's what they trying to get the money and the fame for. A 24, 25-year-old man, they trying to get the money and the fame so they can run around and fuck with all the women. I'm sorry, Sheena. I'm sorry, Sheena. I ain't gonna do it no more, Sheena. I ain't gonna use you no more. My man, World Combat Sports in the building. What's happening with it? What's good with it? Well, yeah, it's just, and y'all hit my like button. Y'all smash my like button. Hit the like button. You know what I'm saying? Support the channel. Hit the like button. So yeah, you can't. It's that's a lot of these dudes' goal. You know what I'm saying? Go out here, get the money, get the bag, get the fame, so you can be able to fuck with all the women that you want to. That's their goal. Why Rolling ain't no different than none of the other ones. And another thing, like, right, is we seen Tank Davis put his hands on his baby mama. We seen him do the shit on camera. Ain't none of you niggas talking about, I knew Tank was gonna do that. He looked like he was going. You seen it. He went on the fight. Niggas act like they forgot about it. Nobody is saying nothing. Niggas still support Tank like he is God. But you seen it. Now niggas is running around talking about what Rolly looked like he did and what he did and this and that because of an allegation that was made online. Y'all got to make this shit make sense to me. Y'all have to make this shit make sense to me for real. Adonis K3 says a lot of women go to find goofy dude to sue like that. It is, man. It is, but you know, but any woman that has been through a real sexual assault, a rape, well, I pray for them, you know, because I mean, it could fuck them up mentally. KP said the other day, Trey Songz, a girl alleged that Trey Songz raped her. And that's the type of shit, like, bro, I haven't read into the situation, right? I ain't read into it. But so I don't know. I don't know. I gotta read into that. I heard about it, I ain't read into it, but it's like when you really look at it on the outer surface, right? Come on, let's keep it real. How many normal women that is Trey Songz gonna have to rape? So you mean to tell me he had to rape you? So you mean to tell me you ain't just want to give him no pussy, he had to rape you? All the women that Trey Songz done fucked in his life, he had to rape you. Come on, man. It's just, I don't know, bro. I don't know. And then you gotta now R. Kelly, that's a whole different fucking monster. The motherfucker was sick in the head from the very beginning. You know what I'm saying? A long time ago, when that tape came out, when he was with that little girl, they should have fucking put him under the penitentiary back then. Shit like that is a whole different, that's a whole different story in itself. Yeah, Adonis, and she didn't even go to the police. She just made a post. Why she ain't go to the police? Why did she just make a post on Instagram or Twitter? She ain't go to the police, but she made a post on Twitter. So you mean to tell me somebody could have been like, couldn't have got her? Hey, you know what? We know it ain't true, so don't, you know what I'm saying? Go post this on him. Post this on Rolly. Could have did that shit easily. Juan Ramos said, but this ain't the first to say that Trey did something, though. Like I said, he could have, man. I don't know. He could have. But I'm saying when you very wealthy like that, it ain't the first time that a whole bunch of women came out and said that a very wealthy man did some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? They have a lot of motive to say that. One, hit the lottery next week in your city, bruh. Hit the lottery in your city next week and run around in your city fucking with broads and see how many come out and say and come out with allegations that you raped them. I guarantee it's a lot of them that's gonna come out and say you raped them. You hit the lottery for 100 mil. That's the way the world is, bro. It's the way the world is. KP from KC5 says, if they rob me today, a police report is made today. Well, I ain't making no police reports. If I get robbed, I ain't making no police reports. But hey, I mean, I ain't knocking you for doing it. But I feel what you're saying, though, man. John Page says Jerry Jones shit went away fast. Yeah, because see, A lot of them dudes that's billionaires and wealthy like that. But it go both ways, because then you got dudes that's billionaires and multi millionaires. They feel that they can do anything to anybody. So if a woman tell them no, they feel like, man, this bitch ain't gonna tell me no. You know who I am? I'm doing it anyway. And you do have certain billionaires and millionaire men that have that type of mentality, that I'm above the law. You heard Donald Trump, he like, shit, I'm grabbing pussies. Now, if that ain't sexual assault, if Donald Trump, the president, can say, yeah, shit, if I see something, I grab pussies. Come on, man. That ain't sexual assault. You mean to tell me that Donald Trump telling you that he was grabbing pussies ain't sexual assault? That's sexual assault at its finest. Yeah, Deshaun Jackson got it bad, bro. Deshaun Jackson got it real bad. I don't know. I don't know what's up with that dude, man. A lot of them situations, man, I just stay out of, because it's like you don't know if they did it, you don't know if they don't. If they didn't, it's just, yeah. No, I felt what you were saying, KP. I understood what you were saying. Um, but you had a lot of the Trump supporters, they was laughing and they thought that shit was funny. So people are selective about how they feel about certain shit according to who it is. Right. People are selective according to who it is. Now, if let's say Floyd Mayweather had came out like, shit, I'm a billionaire, I grab pussies. If I see a woman, I want to grab her pussy, I grab her pussy. What if Floyd Mayweather had came out and said some shit like that? Come on. Hey, Mr. Mechanical said, shit, Deshaun got people not even wanting to get a massage. Hey, I ain't even gonna get into that. I'm gonna leave I'm gonna leave that one alone. Yeah, man. I just hope that if the allegations made against Deshaun Watson is false, I hope that he get, what I'm saying, cleared of everything if it is false. And I hope that them women, they have to suffer some consequences behind that shit. All that shit be about money, though. Yeah. I just ain't. I mean, I don't know how many broke niggas that we hear about shit happening like that too. Batman said Bill Haney was on some funny shit trying to slander Rolly name last night. Man, I seen that, bro, and I said I seen that, and I ain't agree with the shit that Bill Haney was saying, but I kind of not. I understand why Bill Haney was taking the stance that he did. Whether people want to, like I said, I don't give a fuck, bro. I'm gonna keep it 100. Whether people want to keep it a real or not, Bill Haney, I think his shit was coming more so that he don't fuck with Rolly, and I don't disagree with him, bro. He don't fuck with Rolly. Rolly has disrespected his son, trolled his son, and disrespected his son repeatedly. So if that's my son, I'm probably saying the same shit about you. So I know what I was looking at, the shit that Bill Haney was saying last night on Fred shit. I looked at that different, because whether you want to admit it or not, that's a personal issue. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, Batman. If somebody say the shit about your son that Rolly was saying about his son, you probably gonna have a personal issue with him. I'm gonna have a personal issue with him. So you can't have Bill Haney on the panel and ask him, about a situation with somebody that you don't like, with somebody that you have a personal, because he's not gonna give you, it's gonna be some bias in that. It's gonna be some bias in that. And I probably would have done the same shit if I was Bill Haney. You feel me? Yeah, it was all in the line of boxing, but you don't know if they take it. You know what I'm saying? Some of that shit personal, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, if people know the story behind Devin Haney and Rolly Romero and all the shit that Rolly was saying about Devin Haney, Bill Haney's son, you know what I'm saying? Well then, and they looked and took what Bill Haney was saying and couldn't understand that it was something personal in that. Well, that's just on them. But I didn't. I understood what it was, bro. Me personally, I wouldn't have called Bill Haney on the panel and asked him about that certain situation, because it's like, bro, you don't fuck with dudes, so. Big John says, I didn't like how Bill Haney wasn't riding with Mickey Bay either. I mean, bro, what I'm saying, man, I'm gonna stay out of that. Like I said, I'm gonna stay. I got something. I'm letting y'all know that it was personal with Rolly, but that other shit, I don't know, man. Like I said, that's I don't know. I ain't, But yeah, I wouldn't agree with the what he was saying. I wouldn't agree with what he was saying, but hey, it is what it is. It is what it is, And y'all smash on my like button. Y'all hit the like button. Y'all smash the like button. Smash on my like button. So let's get into it. Hold on. Let's get into it. Y'all hit the like button because we finna cook on this. We finna cook on this Terence Crawford, and we finna cook on the whole situation with the lawsuit that Terence Crawford has against Bob Arum. So we gonna really cook on this situation. Monica, salute to you, Queen. Yeah, we gonna cook on the whole situation that's going down with Terence Crawford, and Bob Arum and Top Rank in the lawsuit. And also at 7:30 Central, y'all listen to me. Also at 7:30 Central, my man Knockout, he is having his show tonight. So make sure that y'all don't forget that Knockout having his show tonight at 7:30 Central on Knockout Boxing 86 TV. And he is about to have an open panel also to talk about the whole situation with Terence Crawford and Bob Arum and the lawsuit that's been filed. So make sure that y'all, it's at 7:30 Central tonight on Knockout Boxing 86 TV. So I'm gonna drop some links. Now. So we're gonna have let me see, 3. I'm gonna drop 3 links. So the first 3 people to grab a link, you come up here. Coach, what's happening, Coach? If you want to grab a link, Coach, I'm dropping the link for you, Coach. So we're gonna have a discussion on this whole lawsuit. So I'm dropping the link. Grab the link if you want a link, and we're gonna have a discussion on this lawsuit. KG, salute, my brother KG. Yeah. My man, Ultimate Fight Club, what's happening with it? So if you want to come up here before I get to cooking, the links is in the chat. I'm only dropping 3 links. I'm only dropping links for 3 people. So if you want to grab a link and you want to cook, grab a link and we're going to cook on this situation.
How the fuck you coming back here?
Batman, what's happening with it?
What's up, Q?
What's good with you?
Nah, it's too cold. Suck ass.
Hey, Batman, remember when I had asked you the other day for your Instagram?
Yeah.
You was getting scouted, Batman. My cuz was scouting you for his son, for my little son, because I had to, cause so he gonna come on the show. They gonna come on the show on Thursday. So I told him, I said, my man Batman, you know what I'm saying, got some work for little cuz too. They the same age. And so he like, man, look, he got an Instagram. He like, man, I want to go scout little dude. He like, man, I need to scout him and shit. And so I gave him on Instagram and shit. He was over there scouting. Little man. But he gonna come.
You know what I'm saying?
What's up, little man?
Whenever they ready. So
what's up, little man?
What's up?
I see, man. I see you working. I see you been working, man. You got them hands. Yes, sir. Hey, but yeah. So he gonna come on here, I think, on Thursday. And Clarissa Shields got some big things that she doing in the city. So he gonna come and talk about that, with big things that she doing with the kids and everything. So he gonna come and talk about that. But I told him that because he, you know what I'm saying, you be looking for some work for him. He looking for some work, and they the same age. So we gonna have to,
Yeah, I'll slide up Detroit.
Yeah, we gonna have to. They in Flint. So we're gonna have to, we're gonna have to all go down there and work with them. We can all go down there and work with them together, and you know what I'm saying, go check out. Yeah, we'll talk about it though.
We can do something.
Yeah, for sure.
Appreciate the invite though, Keon. Appreciate it.
Oh yeah. What's happening with it? World Combat and what's
Killer, man. What's good, everybody?
What's good and what's good with it? 817.
What's up, everybody?
That's 81. What's up, 81?
Yeah, so first I'm gonna start off and I'm gonna read the article and then I'm gonna let y'all, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna go around the panel and y'all give me y'all thoughts. Let me pull this article up real quick. Okay, so this is what the article says, okay? And this has to do with Terence Crawford filing a lawsuit. Okay. All right. And coach is on, so ain't no more links, people. So ain't no more links. This is what the article say. And if y'all can put your mics on mute while I read this. It says Terence Crawford claims Bob Arum revolting racial bias hurt his career. It says, let me see. This could be the most bruising legal boxing bout of all time. Welterweight champion Terence Crawford is challenging famed boxing promoter Bob Arum in a bombshell lawsuit claiming the promoter revolting racial bias prevented him from landing big fights and earning tens of millions of dollars, according to court papers filed in Nevada. Now, it's funny that it says that because remember, I don't remember if y'all remember when I came on here and I said that his nephew was saying that Terence Crawford makes tens of millions of dollars every fight. Remember when I said that? His nephew was on there talking about Terence Crawford make way more than Errol Spence. He make tens of millions of dollars every fight. But this lawsuit says that Terence Crawford is suing Bob Arum because he missed out on tens of millions of dollars. It says according to the courts filed in Nevada, It says Crawford, who signed a deal with 90-year-old New York-born Arum in his company Top Rank in 2011, alleges this complaint that Arum simply does not care about support or know how to promote black fighters, and deliberately didn't build him to a marquee pay-per-view star. So he's saying that Bob Arum deliberately, like he did it on purpose. He didn't build him as a pay-per-view star. He also says that Crawford, 34, famously split with Bob Arum on November 21st in a press conference, saying he wanted to become a free agent and better land his dream bout with Errol Spence. It says the fighter has hired top attorney Brian Friedman and is suing for almost $10 million. But the blows he rains on Arum in the lawsuit are far more damaging. It says the lawsuit filed in the 8th Judicial District Court in Nevada on Wednesday states Crawford shines a spotlight on the systematic racism that runs through Top Rank complete inability to properly promote black fighters, and Top Rank Arum, his stepson Todd DeBuff, desperate treatment of black fighters, including Crawford. Crawford alleges in further fighting talk in the filing, Arum clearly allows his revolting racial bias to compact the fighters he is obligated to promote. To impact the fighters that he's obligated to promote. It says the suit also mentioned other big names in the sport, such as Floyd Mayweather, as having been mainstreamed by as having been mistreated by Bob Arum, who scoffed at the legal allegations and reached by the post. It also goes on to say, don't call it also. Now, Bob Arum, he actually spoke out and he says, don't call a man a racist when really this is because of your own failures. Arum, who claims he lost $20 million on Crawford, damn, that's a lot of money, told the Post. His marketability didn't measure up to the ability, and that has absolutely nothing to do with race he is. And then he goes on to say, he says the outstanding fact is that Terrence's numbers on pay-per-view have almost been dreadful because of his failure to market himself. So basically, and it go on and on. But basically, so I'm gonna go to you, Batman. What you got to say about that?
Man, I gotta say I'm proud of that Nebraska ass nigga, man. Bullshit. I'm just proud of him for standing up for himself, man. But like you saying, Bob never put him in position. Bob can say he not marketable. You never put him in position to have fights with other great fighters for people can, for people can be attracted to him. So you know what I'm saying? And you can tell how every time they promote Terence Crawford, they was bigging up what's his name?
Hold on, Batman. Let me see if this the money. Is that you?
Nah, bitch ass nigga, say
that. Is that money?
Nah, that ain't money.
Yeah, this me.
Okay. I'm finna block your ass, man. I just finna block your ass, man. Hey. All right, go. And salute to my brother Emmanuel H in the building. But go ahead, Batman.
Well, nah, like I was saying, I'm proud of him, but Bob never put him in position to thrive. You know what I'm saying? He had the Manny Pacquiao all over there for him. He told everybody he didn't put Crawford in because he probably would have killed Manny. Manny was my friend. Then you put him in there with Amir Khan, fucking what's his name? Kell Brook.
Yeah, bro.
Motherfucking Jose Benavidez. And Jose Benavidez been out of boxing for like 2 years. Motherfucking Jeff Horn. Alright, he was the champion. Cool. But other than that, you ain't do nothing for the boy. Then you got the boy to sign for the $6 million just to hold him. Just to hold him, to have some leverage when you went to ESPN. That's why you got the contract, is because of Terence Crawford. Gave all that money to the fucking Tyson Fury. So, I mean, and then when you promote Terence Crawford, you was trying to fucking bring Lomachenko up on his back. So, you know what I'm saying? I feel him. I mean, Bob Arum got history as this. When you had Floyd Mayweather, you did the same fucking thing. But, you know, man, somebody else can take it over, man, because I got a rocket shit to say about Bob, man. Bob did the same thing to my man, to the great one, man, Marvin Hagler. Ain't get that man to fight till later on in his fucking career. Come on, man. Bob Arum is a piece of shit, always been. But you know, somebody else can take it over. Keith.
I'll touch on it. I'll go.
We gonna go around in the circle. So we gonna go.
As hell. I don't know what the hell going on here.
Yeah, we gonna go around the circle. 817, it's on you.
For sure.
In the order that y'all came in the building.
Salute to you, Key. I appreciate it. Salute everybody on the panel, real talk. But yeah, I'm with that, man. I'm proud of for standing up for itself. You know what I'm saying, and not just accepting the shit, not just moving on and accepting what happened, but actually standing on something, standing for something, and speaking up for himself, and not just for himself, but for the cats that's coming behind him. You know, because if you continue to read, you know, some of the literature in the lawsuit, I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's just not for him, it's for the guys coming behind him. So you have to think about guys like Shakur Stevenson that we see and get marginalized by Bob, Keyshawn Davis, brand new in the mix. But still, you know what I'm saying? Somebody that we could see later on getting done in the same way, in the same fashion as Bud had been done and others, you know? But I will go back and say, you know, my granny, you say all the time, you lay down with dogs, you don't get up with fleas. You know what I'm saying? And we all know Bob got a history of doing this type of shit and being a crook, you know? So a lot of the shit that we gave, or a lot of the shit, I'm gonna make our statements, a lot of the shit I gave Bud shit about, you know what I'm saying? Me, damn what's in the contract. If that man would have stepped on my toes like that, I'm just kind of ignorant like that. I'm gonna step up and say something. You feel what I'm saying? So all of those challenges, I'm pretty sure Bud done heard all of these things and all these people done heard these things. So I can't do nothing but commend the man and respect the move. You know what I'm saying? Even though I don't respect some of the other things he had done and said, I can't do nothing but respect this move. And I hope I hope that Bob get his just due. I hope that Bob get his just due. He was very articulate in how he mapped it out as to different instances and shit. And like I be saying all the time, we live in a social media age now. So, you know, it's very difficult to get away with some of the shit that Bob has done if, in fact, you got the nuts to pull him to the carpet and call it hard on it. So, you know, I'm going to keep my fingers crossed. And I hope that he win, man. I hope that he win, because a win for Bud in this situation is a win for boxing and all boxers.
Right. I'm gonna go to you, Scotty.
Yeah, what's
Scotty.
good? What's good? Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Salute to everybody on the panel. I look at it like this. Salute to Terence Crawford. You know, that's one of the main reasons why, you know, I respect the man, what he does inside and outside the ring. This is monumental, you know, for the fact that, you know, we always attach Floyd Mayweather to what he was able to do with Bob Arum, you know, at that point in time, what he had to go through, and the physical situation that happened behind it. My question is, because there's a perimeter, there's only so far I can go with this. I don't know the whole deal, but I'm asking if this has been going on for quite some time, and I know he's been accused of denigrating Crawford. We've seen it in public, but why does he continue to sign black fighters? You know what I'm saying? Why is that? He just signed Keyshawn Davis and his brothers. You know, he has Jared Anderson. He has a lot of black fighters. So I hope it comes out in the wash if it is a pay gap in black fighters who's being signed with Top Rank is pretty much identified on the surface. Once it becomes judicial, and I hope Terence Crawford gets everything he's asking for, if indeed you know, he's true in his lawsuit. I mean, I appreciate the brother standing up. You know, I just hope he has enough evidence so he can
Mhm.
present something that's new outside of just saying it's systemic racism.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? We need something outside of Floyd Mayweather. We need something that's fresh, new, that we can go off of, because you can't say he's not signing black fighters. You can't
Right.
say that he doesn't allow black media on deck,
Right.
even though it's for some fighters, but he does allow black media. I've had a damn good time out there covering fights at Top Rank, better than PBC. I know it ain't about me. I'm just saying. But
I
yeah,
mean,
hopefully
but
he get the.
you've been in the field though, Scott. You've been in the field, so you can test to it.
Yeah, I mean, I can test having some damn good media time out there at Top Rank. But with Jerry Anderson coming out the way he did in his last fight, you know, with the suit on and everything, being the, you know, black fighters are allowed to be themselves on his fight cards. I'm just trying to find out, is there more to the story? That's all.
84 Prime. I'm not sending no more links out. I had said it, you know, that I wouldn't send no more links out. But if somebody get off, then I'll let you on. Um, Coach, you on mute, Coach.
Hold on.
There you go, Coach.
I can't hear Coach. I can't hear you, Coach.
Coach, we can't hear you. We can't hear you, Coach. Coach, you on mute.
Nope.
Coach, you on mute. Yeah, you're gonna have to come out and come back in, Coach. Yeah. We wait a couple seconds, and y'all hit the like button. You know what I'm saying? Y'all smash the like button. If you ain't hit the like button, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, smash the like button, sub to the channel. And I'm gonna ask everybody if y'all know about the show that I was supposed to do, but I got sick. Um, with I'm breaking the fight with Terence Crawford and Sean Porter down, and I'm breaking the fight with Sean Porter and Errol Spence down. I'm putting both fights on, and we're gonna go and watch the first round of the of one fight, and then go to the next fight. We're gonna go back and forth, and we're gonna break down every round, and we're gonna, you know, see what we see. Did we see a different Sean Porter in that fight? Did Terence Crawford perform better than Errol Spence before the knockout? Did Errol Spence perform better than Terence Crawford? So we're gonna break that whole thing down. And what day, you know what I'm saying? We could do it Friday, or we could do it. I'm thinking about Friday, we might do it. I'm thinking about Friday because Saturday is the playoffs. I know everybody want to watch the playoffs. So Friday, I think I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it on Friday. So y'all keep that in mind, and I'm gonna keep reminding people that we're gonna do that on Friday.
All right. Y'all ready?
All right,
Yep.
Coach.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. It's a beautiful day. It's about time they call it what it is. And Bud had the nuts to call it what it is.
Yes, sir.
That's what's beautiful about today. You know, Floyd had to spend $750,000 to get himself out of that contract with Bob Arum, right? Went through the same thing. It's a pattern. He don't give people the fights he wanted. Floyd wanted this fight. He wanted Oscar De La Hoya. He wanted this one. He wanted that one. He wouldn't give it to him. He shelved. And if you go in there and complain, what he gonna do is shelf you, right? So now, when Bud knew he wasn't gonna get the fights he wanted to do, so he had to keep his mouth closed, right? Now he re-signed with Bob, but this is why. He had another fight on the table. So if he couldn't get that fight, if he run his mouth, he's not gonna get no fight. He's gonna get shelved and he's gonna stay under contract. And or he had to re-sign in his last fight. Not the last fight with Sean Porter, but from that other contract when he signed a new one. See, so Bob Arum and them, they smart. He's a lawyer. He a crook. You know what I'm saying? So it's a beautiful day today. I'm glad he calling it for what it is.
and everything is gonna come out in court. And I think that some kind of way, he did something in that contract. He promised them something, and he didn't come through with it. I know it's the 2019. He only fought once, and he was supposed to have more than one fight that year. So that's a contract breach right there. Now, he promised them something in that contract, I guarantee you, and he didn't get what he wanted because of Bob Arum, his behavior. Now, my thing is this: why do the black fighters have to go through all kind of shit to promote themselves when Lomachenko don't even fucking speak English, but you promote the hell out of him, right? And Usyk don't fucking say shit, but you promote the hell out of him. All of these other fighters don't have to go through what a black fighter under Bob Arum have to go through. They got to promote himself. He promoting himself by kicking people ass in the ring. That's how he promoting himself. But you not giving him the fights he wanted. When you had Manny Pacquiao, the first contract, you promised the man that you was gonna put him up against him, but you didn't do it. See? So you dangle the carrot and then you give up front money on these young fighters. That's why they signing with him. He giving up that upfront money, right? So that's like I said before. Everybody who signed with, they shouldn't sign with him. Period. If you got talent like that, especially Olympians and all of this shit, you got a lot of people. Either do like Devin or sign with somebody who's gonna treat you with respect and understand that you work for me, I don't work for you. See, that's the problem. Bob Arum has the attitude that these fighters work for him, and that's not the case. And so Bud is he's doing something that I wish they would have did a long time ago and bring it out for what it is. It's pure racism, period. Virgil Ortiz and them don't have to fucking promote themselves. You didn't put the man in the ring with fighters that he wanted to fight, that he wanted to show that I'm the best. Instead, you give him fighters. The fight is easy to make, and everything else that's gonna come out. That guy going on somebody's show talking about Bob. I think it was on Fred's show. Bob Arum had the no black fighter part on the board. All that kind of shit. All that's gonna come out. You know, all of that. They're gonna put that man on the stand, showing that's some bullshit, right? So we know what it is. We know what.
I think that wasn't that Samson came out and he told, wasn't that Samson?
Right. No black fighters.
Yeah, Samson.
You understand? So we know what it is. You know, they can say we playing the race card and all that shit, but black people know what racism is. We know what it is. They don't want us to know what it is, and they don't want to see it for what it is. But it is what it is. And I'm glad Bud is doing what he's doing. I'm so proud of him. I'm proud of him. And go get your money and bust his fucking cracker ass, as far as I'm concerned. Because he ain't no white dude. He a cracker, as far as I'm concerned. So go and bust his ass. And I don't give a shit about no Bob Arum. I don't care about none of them motherfuckers. When you treat people wrong, you deserve to get what you get. That man been calling for that Manny Pacquiao fight for over what? It's got to be 8 years now. 6, 7, 8 years. And this man didn't get what he wanted. You held him back. That man should be a superstar right now. Now, don't get me wrong. You know, he should have signed with PBC or he should have went independent after that first fight. But you see, Bob Arum is also a liar. You're talking about you didn't make money off this fucking guy. That's bullshit because you had him fighting on ESPN. So ESPN was the front for all the money anyway.
Cameron Duncan, you're right. Then my bad. It was Cameron Duncan that revealed that they had a board, that no black fighter board.
You see? So he's full of shit. ESPN paying the bill anyway. He not paying for shit, talking about he lost millions of dollars on Terence Crawford. How you gonna lose millions of dollars when you don't even promote the man like he should have been promoted? But Lomachenko, his fucking first fight, you promoting this motherfucker like he the world. So it's biased. We all see it. We know what it is, and he's been doing this shit. And I don't know why the fuck Shakur would go sign with him, but it's upfront money when you got 8 brothers and sisters that you got to take care of. So I understand, but he needs to be from under him as soon as possible, as soon as your contract, because he's doing him the same thing with Manny that he did to Terence Crawford with Manny Pacquiao. He's doing the same thing with Oscar Valdez, right? Look at it. It is what it is. He dingling that carrot in front of your face. Oh, I'm gonna give you this fight. I'm gonna get you this fight. No, you're not. You're lying. Fucking racist pig. So I'm tired of that motherfucker making money off the backs of these brothers anyway. Fuck him, and I hope he fucking lose all his fucking money. That's it.
Money. What you got on that?
But the situation with Bud, right? First of all, like everybody say, it's a smart move to try to take him to court for what you taking him to court for. But the cause of you taking him to court is some strong words, like Scotty say. You got to have something that's going to stand with you. You got like Bud, to me, just to me. I know y'all saying what y'all saying and that shit, and respect to him for doing what he's doing, and him trying to stand up for a cause and shit like that. But you should have stood up for this cause when he was going through the situation. And I heard Coach saying he had fights on the table, this, that, and the third. Well, that would make it that much more stronger because you have something to talk about. You can't wait till the contract's up and the deed is over and you made your money as well to go in there and say that he's pulling something off, like, oh, what he's saying with the racism and shit like that that's going on, because you still got black fighters that's going out there that's fighting.
But money.
Hold on, I just want to say this,
I know you want to say. I just want to say one thing to you. You got to understand when you under contract with a promoter, right? He's the one that's supposed to be obligated to get these fights for you.
I understand.
He's the one that's gonna get the fights to where you can make money. So it's hard to talk shit to Bob Arum when you under contract because he's gonna say, "Oh yeah, that's how you feel." Well, fuck you then. I ain't getting you no fights.
Well, guess what? You do what Mikey Garcia did, and you take that motherfucker to court. Why you still got a contract? And Mikey Garcia won this shit. So my thing is, when you come out and you say these things, and you still got fight, like people say, "Oh, well, maybe it'll help Shakur, maybe it'll help Jared Anderson, maybe it'll help this fighter." Well, maybe it can work against those fighters at the same time. Because I'm gonna tell you the truth. I don't even know if he go win this thing. Like, I'm just gonna be real. I don't even know if he can go into the courtroom and win what he's talking about. You know what I mean? Like, you can say this, that, and the third, but still, you on record saying, "Oh, you love Bob." You got Bomac on record saying, "Oh, that's just Bob being Bob," and we love him, man. He doing what he's doing to try to get us to fight. See, that's why you got to watch what you say out here on these cameras and shit. So then you can't turn back around and go into a courtroom and say, "Oh, well, I wanted this fight and he didn't give me this fight because I was black." And we know it's true. Like, we can look at the situation and say, "Come on, bro. Terence Crawford should have had Manny Pacquiao, but you sat up there and you waited because you thought that Floyd Mayweather fight was gonna come back around, and Bud was gonna tax his ass and it was gonna fuck the fight up." You know what I'm saying? That was the truth of the reality. You know what I'm saying? Pacquiao kept trying to get the fight with Floyd Mayweather. Bob thinking that shit gonna come back around. Floyd, like you say, dangling the carrot, saying shit like, "Oh, I'm gonna fight Manny again," and this and that. And he's like, "Why would I let Terence Crawford beat his ass for this little money when we can come back and it could be another $200 million fight with a Floyd Mayweather in a rematch?" So when we're looking at these situations, like, we got it's one thing to have sympathy and to feel a certain way, but when you walk inside that courtroom, all that sympathies and feelings and all that shit don't mean nothing. You got to have a case that you got to present, and that shit got to be strong. You know what I'm saying? It got to be strong. You can say, "Oh, Floyd can come up here, or Oscar can come up here, and all these," but these motherfuckers made millions and millions of dollars, and are they willing to step in and say some shit like this against Bob Arum at this time? Right? This motherfucker figuring to croak in the next few years. We don't know how long he got. You feel me? So, and another thing, like, when we looking at Bob, like, why he signing, it be, Todd the Buff that be signing these fighters. Cameron Duncan was once with him. I don't know if he's with him no more. You know what I'm saying? But they were signing fighters coming over there. It's a corporation and they bring in fighters. So at this point, like, salute the Bud for trying to do something now, right? But I would have respected this more if when you was going through the shit and when we were speaking up, saying what we were saying, Bob Arum doing you wrong, and they cussing us out and calling us haters and all this shit going off on us when we just speaking out the facts. And now when the deed is done, now you want to come out and say the same shit that we were saying when you still had a lot of motherfuckers that was going to push for you, right? It would have had a bigger impact to it. To now you're away, you free, right? You still got big fights out there. Because my thing is, the reason why, like, you doing it for what now? You know what I mean? We can say, "Oh, he's doing it for this fighter," or "He's doing it because of this or that." What's the reason behind this shit? You doing it for what? Because Bob Arum is a sharp motherfucker. But yeah, you can say the money back, but are you really want to get the money? Because if on a contract, if the contract is done and over with, right, that bitch is bam, and you got money, but then Bob Arum can come, because Bob Arum gonna cover his ass on everything, bro. That motherfucker is a Jewish motherfucker, smart with connections out in this bitch. So for you to come up and say, oh, well, this fight, well, Bob just go counter that shit. Well, you know what? I lost some. We don't know. We always say he didn't lose money, but we got to remember, Bud was in another situation with another promotional company that Bob took on that he really didn't have no business fucking with. So it's a lot of shit that Bob has that's on paper that Terence Bud Crawford don't have on paper. You see what I'm saying? Because he the motherfucker that got the vault, not you. You ain't got no vault. And I'm quite sure you're not keeping contracts, hopefully, right? You know what I'm saying? But I'm quite sure you're not keeping contracts saying, well, this was this and that was that. You know, so Bob Arum got everything written down to cover his ass. So, you know, it's gonna be a tough situation walking inside that courtroom, bro. Fucking with this Jewish motherfucker, talking about this, that, and the third, because you got to spend some money. Now, if this is a serious situation, you talking about you really going to court, you got to come out your pockets. And if you coming out your pockets and you come out at the end of the day and you know he get found not guilty and he walk away laughing at your ass, you just spent this money on his feet, on his court costs that has nothing behind it, then you gonna look like the asshole because you done came out of money, you just said this, that, and the third. Yeah, you go get a couple of applause and some pats on the back. But at the end of the day, who really wins or who really lose? So when I look at the situation, you know, he better have his ducks in a row fucking with that motherfucker Bob Arum. He better have his ducks in a row, bro. I look at it, I just say, man, go on about your business, right? And I know y'all like this shit. Go on about your business. You got big fights out there for you, bro. Because you could have easily stood up for yourself and been on this hoorah doing what you're doing. You know, if you'd have believed in yourself, if Bomac would have believed in you, you feel me? So now, you know, it's like, what's the cause, bro? What's the cause? You feel me? Because like we all say, this ain't like no fucking basketball, football, and baseball where you got a union that can stick behind you and they can put up money and help you out. You got to go yourself and ask these fighters, would you stand up on these on principle? Would you stand on principle? Would you help me out with this case, with that case? And some of them motherfuckers probably have something going on in their career, endorsements or this and that, to where they probably feel like, man, I ain't trying to touch that shit, bro. It's gonna fuck me over. You ain't really got no real proof to say Bob is a racist motherfucker because he still got black fighters that saying they love him. You know what I'm saying? It's go like that's a serious situation that you touching, and I just hope he's prepared for it. Kudos to him though. I wish him nothing but the best. Got nothing but love for Bud and his whole family, right? Even the ones they be talking shit, but I wish him nothing but the best. I just wish he really got his shit in order to go fucking around with Bob Arum in that courtroom talking about some shit like this for a couple of dollars. You feel me? But we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, man, I agree with what Money was saying because it's like this. We, for the longest time, a lot of us was saying, hey, you know what I'm saying? Bob Arum, he not treating Crawford right. You know what I'm saying? And Top Rank has a track record of the lack of promotion of black fighters. Look at Shakur Stevenson. Look what happened to Floyd, and we could go on, right? And we was saying that when they was trying to say, oh, you know, it ain't Bob. We were saying it's Bob. It's Bob, you know. And then Terence Crawford, he came out and said, no, it ain't Bob. Bob is trying to get me all these. So you gotta be careful what you say on camera. You gotta be careful because all this shit is gonna come up in court. So what you saying doesn't hold any merit because all they gotta do is play the tape back of the shit that you was saying. It ain't Bob. Bob tried to get me all these fights. And then you tried to roll with the narrative that, well, Bob can't make these guys get in the ring with you. He said that. He said that Keith Thurman was ducking them. Danny Garcia was ducking them. Errol Spence been ducking them. Everybody been ducking you. No, that's the campaign that they ran with. Everybody was ducking Bud Crawford. Bob Arum was trying to get the fights, but everybody was ducking Bud. That's the campaign that he ran with.
Thanks.
Now you want to turn around and say, you know what? He wasn't trying to get me no fights. He wasn't doing this and he wasn't doing this. It's racial discrimination. You shouldn't have said what you said before when we was trying to say that a long time ago. When we was trying to say, hey, man, Bob been doing this shit to black fighters. We were saying that a long time, but you was like, nah, they just ducking me. It ain't Bob. So, I mean, now it's like when they bring this shit up in court, y'all, so they gonna play the tape like I do. If I'm debating somebody, so this ain't what you said. Is this not you saying right now? So, I mean, where is this gonna go?
Uh-huh.
Where is it gonna go? If you've been on record several times before saying that Bob is a good man, Bob tries to do everything he can for you. Oh, remember he said, it ain't Bob, it's me. So I can, I can do it. I can admit I can do a lot more. And Bob, he tries and he does this. And I mean, you making your own self look bad, bro. You making your own self look bad. So which one is it? Is it Bob that's not promoting you right? That's deliberately not giving you fights? Or is it what you said? Is it everybody is so afraid of you and they ducking you and they don't want to get in the ring with you? Because this is what you said. So, I mean, come on, bro. It's like now you want to come with a lawsuit. And like Money was saying, like, what is the whole point behind this now? Why didn't you do this before? When you was in your contract with Bob Arum, why didn't you come with this lawsuit way before? Now you out of the contract. And then another thing, if Bob and Top Rank is so racist, right? And I know they on some bullshit over there. I know they on some racist bullshit. But I'm saying if they're so racist, why are you out of your contract but you still hanging around Top Rank?
Mm-hmm. Talking about doing business with him and shit.
Right. I'm bringing all of this shit up in court. If I'm Top Rank and Bob Arum, I'm bringing all of this shit up in court. Why are you still hanging around? Talking about doing more business, talking about some Josh Taylor and all this. We look up, you know what I'm saying? You smiling and you all backstage with Top Rank, but you ain't signed with them no more. Right. Me personally, if that's me, once I'm gone, I'm gone. I ain't going to none of your events. Fuck y'all. So I mean, he making himself look bad, bro. And really, I don't think this shit gonna hold up. If you ask me, I don't see how it's gonna hold up. Because
man, Bob, but y'all gotta look at it. Bob been saying some wild shit lately, man.
It's not the evidence ain't going. It ain't going. It's no evidence to hold it up because unless like Scotty said, unless they start opening up the books and you see a wide discrepancy of pay between the pay scale of black fighters and other races of fighters.
And you're not gonna see that, King, because Bud been getting a bigger payday than majority of any motherfucker over there. So he ain't gonna be
because he did smart and signed the guaranteed contract. That's why. But other than that, Bob
did he get that $1 million though, bet?
Huh?
Did Bud get that $1 million that he was talking about with Earl Spence?
Oh, if he don't fight Manny or Earl Smith?
Yeah, so
exactly. That's what he talking about. The books.
I think he got it though. Dennis Scott, I think he got it. So I feel like if Bob paid that off, it's like you ain't gonna have shit to stand on.
I just don't see how you gonna have anything to stand on with this lawsuit, bro. It's like, you know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Bob been trying to tear him down through the whole. Bob been trying to tear him down while he was his fighter, but I know why he ain't do it while he was his fighter. Why he didn't do this lawsuit? Because he ain't won weight 2 years and not had no fights and sit on the bench like fucking and sit on
Mikey,
the bench like Mikey.
Mikey, Mikey, when you say that you're not sure what Bud should be doing, Mikey took the risk. He paid over $1 million in legal fees, getting up out of his contract. He was pretty much saying that Bob Arum was violating the Muhammad Ali Act, so if Mikey had the courage, to sit out for 2 years and go through the whole legal process with Bob Arum, I mean, it's a good time, because Mikey wasn't up there running his mouth when all this was going on. Mikey, a quiet dude. He's the most boringest fighter promo wise you're gonna know, but he still went through the trenches
yeah, but the problem is this. Mikey didn't fight for 2 years. Terence ain't have no 2 years to give up and not fight. You see? So that's why he waited.
He was doing real estate. I understand he was doing real estate and everything else.
Yeah.
Can I say this though? Scotty making a great point, and I'm gonna say this, right? At some point, you got to choose which one is more important to you. And I can't say, and I'm not gonna sit here and say that the man career ain't important, bro. I'm not finna sit here and tell you that. You feel what I'm saying? But when I was talking about before about, what's your price? You know what I'm saying? At what point are you willing to sell what? You dig what I'm saying? He was willing to sacrifice the right thing for the bag and for the opportunity to keep fighting. So, and all that, y'all don't know Bob Hart and all of that shit. All of that shit gonna come back to bite us. That shit that we was all standing on, that everybody was saying we was hating on him for. And we was
Yep.
just saying, say, brother, why you turning the other cheek to this motherfucker? And he keep disrespecting you. He keep doing the shit he been doing to you. And everybody talk about contractually and this, that, and the third. But at some point, you got to figure out, is the money really worth it to you? You know what I'm saying? For what you're going through. And that's going to be the thing. Like you said, going back in front of this judge now, they're going to be looking at all of that shit. Just like we got all the shit documented about Bob, that shows that he biased in the way that he promotes his fighters. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be able to go back and look to and say, Bob don't know, y'all don't know Bob Hart. And, I am
All right,
difficult trying to make the fights and all of that shit too.
all right, that shit they said, but is the shit Bob said gonna bite him in his ass?
But what did he say that was discrimination against black fighters though?
For real. Yeah, what did he say, Batman?
Man, he
You know
said
what I'm
the
saying?
Rocket discriminating shit against Bud.
Nah, I know what he said against Bud. I know when he said,
Bud
"Oh,
black.
he lost him." Yeah, but him saying,
I mean,
but him saying coming out saying I lost money on him, he don't sell. That's not discriminating against, like, that don't show that, oh, there's been discrimination against a black fighter.
Well, it will money if
that's
they open them
been
books and he
discrimination
didn't
against
lose
him.
money. If they open them books and he didn't lose money and he's slandering him in public the way he did, then yeah, he don't do that to Lomachenko. He don't do that to no other fighter,
Well,
right?
He lost
that's
money,
just
coach.
yeah,
He
Huh?
lost money.
that's what I'm saying. But if he's saying it, you best believe that motherfucker got something where he can show that he's Bob and Joe come out and say that shit.
But he ain't
Just to
paying
Yeah,
for
he
discredit.
the
will.
And
fight,
then
That
so
look,
he ain't
motherfucker
getting.
lied
look,
just to keep a
Hold on.
motherfucker on the
wait a
show.
minute,
He a
but let
liar.
me say this. Well, I'm gonna say this because he came out and he said, "Look, oh well, PBC didn't want to go make that fight happen, and if they want to lose money on it, then be my guest."
But we know.
Wait a minute, he never held Bud Crawford back when he said, now, I'm not talking about for been on the contract, put him in a certain fights that he should, but when he was saying, well, he can go and he can do this and he can do that, he said if they have money they want to put up for it, and you never seen nobody come forward and drop no money to where he held him back from not doing something. So I feel like Bud has, I mean, sorry, not Bud. I feel like Bob do have something to cover his ass when he said, "Oh, I lost money on him, bro." Like,
Bob ain't never lose money because
but you don't know
ESPN
that,
putting
man.
up the money.
You don't know that. We don't know what he's
ESPN
talking
putting up
about.
the money, man.
We don't know what
ESPN
he's
putting
talking
up the money.
about.
How he gonna lose money?
How he lose
He
money?
had Terence Crawford way before the ESPN deal, bro.
He wouldn't have re-signed him. We
You don't
talking
know.
about after second this
We
this
talking about
next
after.
contract.
We
All I'm
talking
saying
about
is
after the joint.
we
Cause
don't
you
know.
ain't
We
put
don't
Bud
know.
in. Bud ain't go into no real
Hey,
pay-per-views until motherfucking he re-signed with you.
hey, all I'm gonna say is we don't. Hey, the motherfucking the boy, the 140 pound of pay-per-view, yeah. I mean, you don't know what he has, bro. You don't know what he put up or what he's talking about. That's what I'm saying. By him saying what he's saying, maybe he do got that. Probably he did lose money. I'm not saying it's a possibility that he did. For him to come out and speak those words and say that shit proudly like he did, being Bob Arum, bro, it has to be some truth to it. It have to. You feel me? So all I'm saying is, if you go to that courtroom and you want to play around with them people like that, because that courtroom is a whole different motherfucking animal. They don't care about no feelings, no sympathy. Oh, this, that, and the third. And we all know that shit. We seen it. So you
Then
just better
Bob
have
old
your,
age. Y'all keep giving Bob all his credit.
yeah.
But when
I'm not
Bob
giving
say,
him no credit,
no,
bro.
listen
I'm
what I'm
just
saying.
saying,
I'm
fucking
talking
around in
about
that
being
courtroom.
I'm talking about being savvy in the courtroom. When he was talking about Tyson Fury wasn't gonna fight Deontay Wilder, Bob is old and Bob is just running his fucking mouth. I'm trying to tell y'all, I can tell by the Deontay Wilder and Fury situation when he tried to get out that shit, and that
Well,
shit ain't
Wilder
work.
had his ducks in a row. So that's what I'm saying. I hope he has his ducks in a row, because we can say we giving him all his credit. This guy, I don't have nothing to do with, like, I'm pulling for Terence Crawford. All I'm saying is you walk your ass into that courtroom, Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury, what's that, a few years? We talking about Bud Crawford been with him way longer than fucking Tyson Fury been with him, and way longer than he was doing business with fucking Deontay Wilder. That's 3 fights.
Yeah, and he gave Tyson Fury.
That's 2 fights. That's 2 fights.
Who got what fighter you think got Bob signed to ESPN?
What fight? Top Rank in general when he left HBO.
No, I'm just saying. Who you think really got him signed to ESPN?
Top Rank in general.
I think Terence Crawford.
No, Terence Crawford is not just the only fighter they got Bob Arum, because they no, I just can't say Bud is. They looked at Bud being with Top
Bud
Rank.
And
nah,
them waving Bud. Hold on, them waving Bud in his face with a fight with Keith Thurman or Keith Thurman was the hottest one at the time. Waving, we gonna move up 47 fight Keith, man. We gonna make all this money. That's what he probably went to ESPN with, but he gave that money to fucking Tyson Fury.
Yeah, but they didn't just sign no fucking Top Rank to no fucking ESPN. That's boxing. That's not.
Bud was the hottest one. Name. Who else was hot over there? About
Lomachenko. He had Lomachenko, bro. He had Lomachenko still.
Like, Lomachenko ain't make nobody no fucking money.
Let me tell you, bro. You talking for his excitement, bro? And they were saying what Lomachenko was doing. You got look. That's Bob Arum, bro. That's Bob. You can't just say, Terence Crawford. Oh shit, let's go sign. Get Top Rank the deal because he got Terence Crawford.
But
like
money.
Crawford wasn't bringing in shit like that.
But money.
Something right quick, coach.
Hold on, but money.
Wait a minute, that's a situation with Top Rank, just like he was signed with HBO. When HBO left, he was looking for a network, bro, and ESPN was the network. So it ain't just Terence Crawford; it's Bob.
That's why I gave Terence Crawford that guaranteed money,
and he Jewish. You feel me? So
that's why he gave Terence Crawford that guaranteed money to lock him in. Who else he give guaranteed money to?
And then he didn't give him anything. He didn't give him shit. ESPN gave Terence Crawford the locked in money. And he was fighting on free TV. So how you lost money? That's what I want to know. You full of shit.
We'll see. Let's see what happened in that courtroom.
How you gonna lose money if you ain't putting up none of your damn money? How you gonna lose money?
But the contract is still ran through the promotion.
Mm-hmm.
It's ran through. That's only because he getting a cut. That's all it is.
Absolutely, the cut is everything. The cut,
right?
The cut is
but what I'm saying is Bob Arum getting a cut. But ESPN was the one who was putting the money up for Terence Crawford to fight on their channel. So Bob Arum said he done lost a house with he could build a house in Beverly Hills on the money he lost from Terence Crawford.
I'm gonna say this. I didn't see ESPN saying, we got Terence Crawford under a contract. They had Top Rank under a contract. Top Rank.
That's not true.
They got Top Rank.
That's true, coach.
Top Rank under a contract. So at the end of the day, but if y'all say, they signed because of Bud, they signed because of this. Bob Arum is Top Rank. They had Top Rank under a contract.
PBC don't play with their money. They getting money from Fox and CBS.
Yeah. Listen, I know.
They pay Al Heyman that money. Yeah, and Al Heyman dispersed that.
Yeah, I know what y'all talking about with the endorsements, but Al Heyman is PBC.
Bob Arum get his money off the top. Off the TOP.
Hey, at the end of the day, man, that's his company, bro. At the end of the day.
But it's more fighters that's got to fill in them slots too, is what Money's saying. They just no big ass contract to you know what I'm saying, or they didn't do no contract with that, like with ESPN, and just because of Bud Crawford. There's other fighters on their roster too that they was interested in, that they wanted to be able to market to.
Yeah, it's boxing though. 817 is boxing with Top Rank, right? They coming over there. Let's get boxing back on ESPN. And you got to remember, and I'm not saying that Bud wasn't part of the deal because he's a hell of a fighter, but it's boxing. They came in, what they had, the ESPN app. They came in with ESPN. So ESPN had they got something they had going to, like, okay, well, let's see what we can do with this app. Let's see what we can do with this situation. Let's get Top Rank Bob Arum. He's the fucking, when you're looking at overall in boxing right now, right? You gotta say he's the king fucking promoter, regardless of what anybody want to say. He's been in the game the longest. So he had them ties and them connections, man. That's behind the closed door of them Jewish motherfuckers. Bob is gonna make it happen if you want to really get technical with the situation. You feel me?
But you gotta look at it. They ain't had no app at first. They was just giving y'all free TV. They saw PBC over there making that money off that pay-per-view shit. Then they made y'all buy an app.
Well, they came with the app. I think, which one was out first? Was the Zone out or was ESPN out first?
ESPN.
I think the Zone was first. I think the
Talking
Zone has this first.
Zone?
ESPN3.
Not the app. I'm talking about for the
ESPN,
app.
the app.
I thought
Hey,
it was
here's
Zone.
another thing too. You got to consider. Bob probably had the rights to a lot of the footage that ESPN wanted to use. You know what I'm saying? As far as the app and shit too, as far as
Mm-hmm.
highlights of
Old
fights
fights.
and things of that nature.
Yeah, the old fights and shit. So
You
like
know,
all I'm saying is when you walk inside that courtroom, man, and you playing that game and you going in there fucking around saying what you going in there for. You know what I mean? You gotta have your fucking ducks in a row. And you better have some hardcore strong proof when you start talking about racism, you know, inside the contracts and discrimination against blacks and this, that, and the third. You know, or he holding me back from my fights, this, that. That's part of the boxing game. There's a lot of motherfuckers that been held back that ain't black. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a real situation, bro.
Who been held back that ain't black?
I mean, it's man, come on, bro.
Name
We just said with Mikey Garcia. We just said with fucking the big boy
Mikey
that left that
Garcia ain't like
motherfucker.
what he was doing.
So
He never was held back.
yeah, but I'm saying there's
No.
names out there, bro. Right? That ain't just
can I respond to Batman that money?
go ahead,
Hey,
Scott.
Mikey Garcia, part of his situation going to court was the fact that Bob Arum wasn't giving the fights that he wanted. He didn't give him Crawford. You know, he didn't think about giving him Manny Pacquiao. There's a lot of things that was going on that Bob Arum was defaulting on with Mikey Garcia. So is Mikey Garcia black? No, but I agree with Money when he stepped in that courtroom. They're gonna go back and pull all the motherfucking records, whether it be audio, video, or hard copy, soft copy, and we're gonna go back to when Bob Arum said that Terence Crawford don't promote himself. He don't promote. He don't show up to interviews. He don't show up to interviews sometimes. He don't promote himself. So they're gonna try to tie that in with him losing money and not self-promoting. And then if they got it documented, they're gonna say, hey, he's supposed to give this amount of promo for each fight, and he fell short of that because
That's a fact.
he just turned it down.
And we got to speak about this shit as facts, not just because we black men and some he say she say shit. We're talking about what's actually gonna happen when they get in that courtroom. You dig what I'm saying? That's what we talking about. We talking about what
Scotty ain't lying. He on point with that. That's exactly what they're gonna do. You know what I'm saying? As much as we know is out here against Bob, you know what I'm saying, that get us in our feelings about shit. It's enough out there that Bob got out there being a lawyer, being who he is, being in the game long enough to cover his ass too. You know what I'm saying?
My man Smooth Groove, what's happening with it? Salute. But yeah, so it ain't about just.
Hopefully, Bob overthink and didn't cover his ass this time like he did with the Tyson Fury shit. And I hope he lose with the fuck he supposed to lose. I hope he. Nah, man, I ain't even gonna say that, man. Fuck Bob, bro.
Let me ask you this: Do you think he promoted the Vasil Lomachenko and Teofimo Lopez fight big? No, right?
He
didn't. He didn't. That was on free TV. He barely promoted that fight, man.
Not Teofimo Lopez. He always promote the white boy bigger than anybody.
He didn't promote that fight hardly at all, Lomachenko and Lopez. He hardly promoted it.
Nah, he didn't. Bob do a horrible job of promoting everybody. Shit.
I know every time Terence Crawford fought, he always promoted Lomachenko.
Yeah, but
Terence is gonna have to prove that single-handedly Bob Arum was directly focused on being prejudiced and biased towards him, and it deals with some type of racial profiling or whatever on how he did business with Terence Crawford. Terence gonna have to prove that, because I just don't see why he continued to sign on black fighters all the time. It just can't be upfront money. We can't be that gullible.
Okay, well, let's say this, right? Let's say this. How hard did he promote the undisputed fight between Josh Taylor and Jose Ramirez?
It was promoted well.
I don't think he promoted that hard. I don't think he could promote it that
well. It wasn't promoted well.
And that was an undisputed fight.
Yeah, that was an undisputed fight. So basically, what I'm doing, what we doing, no, but basically what we doing is we showing y'all when he takes this to court, right? Even if it does get that far, because it might not even get that far. They might look at that shit and be like, hey, you know what I'm saying? You ain't got nothing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But they gonna look into all of that shit, Batman. It don't matter how we feel about Bob Arum. It doesn't matter that we know.
That's what I'm saying. It don't matter how y'all feel about the situation.
Hold on. It don't matter that we know that he hasn't promoted black fighters, right? It's some racial discrimination that's been going over there at Top Rank for years and years. That they had a no black fighters board up. You know what I'm saying? And so we know all of that, but certain shit's gonna come up, and is it gonna hold up in court? Is Terence Crawford's claims gonna hold up in court?
Right.
Because this shit has been going. Top Rank has been a company for 50 years, damn, probably, or more, or longer than 50 years, right?
Yep.
So do you think this gonna hold up with just Terence? Come on, man.
Probably don't, man.
Get them super chats, Key.
Let me read this super chat. My man Jeffrey Brooks says it is really the fighter's job to self-promote. If yes, then what's Bob's job as a promoter? The game is the game is changing. The game is changing. You know what I'm saying? You really see very few promoters promote fight. PBC, the promotion. Hold on. PBC, the promotional team, they don't promote none of their fighters, right? Then you got the only one you really see really promoting fighters like that
Eddie
Hearn. He you know what I'm saying? I think he do a good job of promoting his fighters. Jay Miller in that super chat. Salute to you. He says, hold on, let me read this. Let me read the super chat. Jay Miller says, doesn't Fred have Cameron Duncan on tape saying Top Rank has a non-black fighter rule? Oscar Valdez versus Shakur is a perfect example. Yeah, we've been talking about that, Jay Miller. We've been talking about that. I said that several times. But salute to you, man, and that super chat coming through. But yeah,
I mean, it's up to Top Rank to promote the fighter. But if you have a set schedule for that fighter to be there for any type of promo and the fighter refuses to show up, I mean, that's not the promotion fault. That's the fighter's fault. And I remember vividly
admitted to that.
Yeah, I remember vividly when it came out that he said, you know, Terence Crawford does not show up to every one of his interviews or promo assignments.
We said, like, when we have him set up to go on the Breakfast Club and certain shows,
he don't want to go.
He don't go. And Terence Crawford admitted to that. So this is shit that's gonna come up. So didn't you admit to this? Because you said that you agreed, like, yeah, you know, I need to do more promote myself. You know, I don't go to certain things. He said that himself, that he don't go to certain things.
I mean,
check this out, though.
But let me say this: Bud ain't the sharpest tool in the drawer, bro. When it comes to this business shit, and you know, fucking around.
Hey, Batman, put your thing on mute.
Yeah, Bud ain't the sharp. Yeah, Bud ain't the sharpest man in the drawer, bro. When it comes to the, you know, this type of shit, and I wonder who is advising him to do this. That's what I want to know. Like, who is advising you to come out now and to go forward with this? Because this can't be Terence Crawford decision to do this, bro. It can't be. You know what I mean? You gotta have some proof, some hardcore proof, and you gotta have somebody else that had this kind of case in a courtroom that won, and you can show evidence that this happened for this and this happened. Even what y'all saying, Top Rank has an NBF rule, no black fighter rule. Like, he still got to come and prove that. You know what I'm saying? Cameron Duncan still got to come and prove that. And what was the reason behind that? And what did it do to certain things? Because if that's the case, then like Scotty say, oh, you know, why do you continue to sign black fighters? But the thing is, he has black fighters under his fucking banner. You feel me? Like when Teofimo Lopez Jetty came out and said, oh, Floyd Mayweather is racist against Latinos, bro, again. But Floyd got all these goddamn Latinos signed up under his banner. So, you know, that's a dumbass thing to say. And then people going to be like, well, that's a dumbass thing to say because you have Bob Arum over here. While you crying and saying he doing you wrong, you have other black fighters praising him. You see what I'm saying? You have him going down the list of this black fighter. Like Scotty said, I went down and I had a hell of a time. Way better than the motherfucking PBC at a press conference. So I'm quite sure Scotty wasn't the only black motherfucker there. You feel
Wasn't
me?
it Troy Isley that said the other day that Top Rank treating him good? I mean, 503 had him on, and I mean he
Right.
asked, and he said flat out, Top Rank took care of him. He had surgery on his shoulders and shit, and Top Rank stood by him. So I'm like somebody else said earlier. I can't remember, but it's gonna take more than Bud. You know, if you really want to get in there and break all the shit down, other fighters on Top Rank gonna have to try to say that they was marginalized as well, or they experiencing that now as well, to peel back some more of the covers. And like you said, the books will really show it all if they get that far. But
If you can get
man,
to, if you
right.
can get
But
them to open
Terrence
up the
done gave
books.
him Terrence giving some ammunition back, you know what I'm saying, too, Bob, and some shit for him to stand on, man. And that's been the shit that we've been bitching about for the longest, bro. We love boxing. You dig what I'm saying? But when he started making moves like that, we already knew what the game was, so we was bitching about it then. And shout out to Mikey. Mikey bit the bullet. He lost some time in his career, but he bit the bullet for that freedom, man, for the ability to do that. And I just think I wish I'm like the rest of y'all. Bud would have done it earlier. You know what I'm saying?
Let me
Except
say
for
this: the
now.
key situation is this, though. Kid, I just go. The key situation is this, right? We got to understand where Terence Boy Crawford was and where the other welterweights was when he say he wasn't getting the fights he was getting. Because when he say he wasn't getting the fights he was getting, he's only talking about at the welterweight division. At 140-35, you became undisputed. At 135, you was a champion. At 140, you had an opportunity to fight Manny Pacquiao while he was over on Top Rank. Now, when you look at the situation with Bud Crawford and you're looking at the fighters being on the PBC side, Bob Arum can't force them fighters on the PBC side to come over and fight. Terence Bud Crawford. Even though he had opportunities to make it happen, he gonna say, "Well, I gave an offer. They didn't accept the offer, right? They didn't accept the offer. They turned it down. They did business with their own over there. So it's a lot of shit, bro. That's gonna go along with this case. That if they even make it to the courtroom, that's gonna turn around and bite Terence Bud Crawford in the ass. I'm not saying I wanted that to happen, but man, if you real and you're looking at this shit through the eyes and looking like, okay, well, damn, Bud, what do you got? Right? Because you said it yourself, this, that, and the third. You can't force nobody to fight you if they're not under my banner, bro. I can't pay these people all this money for them to come and fight you. Only had one fucking fight over here. That was Manny Pacquiao. And like I said, for him to put $1 million clause on the Earl Spence situation instead of putting $1 million clause on the Pacquiao situation was crazy to me, because you had the power to force him to put you in the ring with Pacquiao. You didn't really have the power to force him to put you in the ring with Earl Spence. And that was crazy that Bob Arum would sign that type of shit when you know you have no calling or no dealing with Earl Spence in his career. You can't force Earl Spence to fucking eat a cookie around this motherfucker, let alone to fight your fucking fighter, because he ain't under your banner. You don't fuck with Al Heyman like that. So how could you get Earl Spence in the ring with Terence Crawford if you ain't talking about coming out the dollars that Earl Spence is looking for, which you ain't willing to do, Bob Arum? So it's just
But
this shit just weird to me right now. It's just weird.
that's all
It
fast money.
wasn't.
And
Hold on.
see,
It
that's
wasn't
where that
Earl
other shit
Spence.
come in too. Where when you had the opportunity, when you was undisputed, you know what I'm saying? You had the opportunity, if Bob was doing you so bad, to buck the system. You know what I'm saying? And try to mandate some shit, and try to go the other way. Try to do some shit that Tio did if your ass is being marginalized. You see what I'm saying? So, you had opportunities. You can't say that, it wasn't certain fights there or whatever, because you had opportunities to walk outside of him and to stand up on your 10 toes and say that I've been getting fucked over. So it is what it is, man. Shouts out to him, and hope he get it done.
And let me get to these super chats, y'all. Let me read this super chats. We got my man. Hold on. Let me find.
What's up, Mo?
My man Jeffrey Brooks in that super chat. Salute. You got a lot of feedback, Batman. Put your thing on mute. Yeah. Jeffrey Brooks says, I think Bud has a better case if he can provide that Bob was keeping him on the shelf. Pacquiao situation, for example. Yeah, salute to you. Salute. Appreciate you coming through.
Shouts out Jeffrey Brooks.
Yes, sir. And then we got my man, What You Said TV says, this is civil suit / defamation suit, which means Top Rank will have to open the books. So the question is, who is Bud's legal counsel? Those books will tell. And shout out once again to my man, What You Said TV.
Shouts out to What You Said TV, man. Let me say this, Key, and I know you finna cook, bro.
No,
To
you
this
good.
dude,
Go ahead.
dead gang, and I don't worry about shit the chat have to say, but this is shit that I be talking about cats who don't listen, they don't hear shit, they just want to come in and they want an argument. The man say, bro, we can never stay on code with each other. There's always one that will go against the grain. If it
Yeah,
was
I think that.
Canelo, he would be on code. On code with what, dead gang boxing? On call with Canelo what? We talking about Terence Crawford, his lawsuit against motherfucking Bob Arum, and you walking inside. So what you want us to be up here saying? You know what, man? Damn right, man. Bud Crawford, hell yeah, bro. You fucking right, man. Fuck Bob Arum, right? He been doing this shit to you from the beginning. We've been saying this shit, right? When Bud was telling us fuck us, when Bo Mac telling us, oh, that's just Bob being Bob, huh? Where the fuck was you at then? Was you telling them to do something then? Did you tell Bud to stand up and go file this defamation suit now? Right? And try to
Facts.
get him in the ring with these fighters? Because we've been saying this shit. So what the fuck you mean stand on code? This the same shit that we've been saying. So how the fuck is we not stand on code? Why? Because they came out and said something now, right? Man, you better get the fuck out of here with that stupid shit and
Facts.
understand what the
We
fuck
were staying on
what this
code
shit
by
is.
calling it out. Facts.
You know what I'm
know
saying?
exactly what I'm talking about. I don't know exactly what you're talking about.
Dead
Go catch
gang.
that super chat by man, you HK.
I don't know what the fuck Dead gang talking about. But check this out. Defamation is defamation. So it doesn't matter when it happened. If it's defamation and it's strong enough to cause you money, I feel that the Bud has every right. What I disagree with money a little bit is that Bud is the sharpest tool in the damn shed. You know what I'm saying? I believe he's been talking about this for some time now, money. I believe they've been contemplating on what route they're gonna take, what direction they want to go with it, and then they finally pull the trigger to make it happen. I just don't find him as an impulsive type dude that's just gonna waste his fucking money. You know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, when Bill Haney said that he was gonna sue the WBC, and that right there was one of those deals where if they really want to use their money and try to go after something like that, I feel like they have a pretty good case if they got the right legal team to go about it, because he has pretty much influenced a loss of interest for Devin Haney. But in this case right here with Bud, he's gonna have to prove that shit. He's gonna have to prove that racism exists. He's gonna have to prove that he's lost money due to Bob Arum's action. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna have to come through with it. I would never sit up here and say, okay, Bud, don't do it. Or just look at what you got going on. That's kind of slavish mentality to me. Like, just accept, keep getting whooped and whooped and whooped, and then deal with it, and it's gonna get better. If he has
Facts.
if he has some legal shit to take care of, go ahead and pull the trigger on it and make it happen.
Okay, I
But
just hope we
Scotty,
got, I just hope we got
Scotty,
Let me
you
get
make
to
a
the
great
super
point.
chat real quick. Let
Go
me
ahead.
get to the super chat, and I'm gonna let you go. 817. Damn, it jumped on me. Hold on. My man Emmanuel H in the building. What's happening with it? He
That's up to
says,
my brother Emmanuel H, man.
he said, salute panel, dropping dope content from different perspectives. Love the respectful conversation being had. King talking to King talking King business. Man, I appreciate that Emmanuel H coming through, showing love and support always, man. Yes, sir.
And let me say this A1 before you take off, my brother. Niggas, I ain't gonna say, but people gotta stop talking about stand on code as if you niggas out here rah, ruin. Let me see if you niggas gonna show up to the courtroom with a motherfucking picket sign saying, let's go, Bud. Or you gonna sit your ass back here on the motherfucking keyboard talking about we on code. Yeah, we with Bud. Yeah, y'all ain't in that motherfucker around the courtroom making no difference. Yeah, nigga, don't make me Charleston White your motherfucking ass up here, nigga, because I will. But y'all niggas ain't going around making no difference. This turns Bud Crawford going through a situation that you got to be openly objective about when you talking about a courtroom. You feel me? I know some of you motherfuckers don't know nothing about that. But when you talking about a courtroom, walking inside that courtroom with this situation, period. You know what I'm saying? This shit don't just because you want to feel sympathetic about some shit, he go win the case. Fuck no, you better have your ducks in a row. And us telling him to have his ducks in a row, putting him up on game, that's better than what we doing is 1,000 times better than what the fuck your silly ass doing, just writing on the keyboard talking about rah, root, motherfucker. Understand
See,
what's going on with the system.
We giving y'all, right? We can come on here. We can easily come on here like, yeah, man, fuck Bob, man. I'm glad he's doing that. Hell yeah, man. He finna get a whole bunch of money from Bob. That's what's finna happen. You know what I'm saying? Because Bob is racist, and let's go ahead and end the show. Fuck it. We said we gonna all agree. We gonna say the same shit, and we gonna end the show. Thank you for coming. We gonna have another show tomorrow. But no, we on here giving y'all real live scenarios and things that's gonna come up, right? Things that's gonna come up when if this does go to court.
Yeah,
So
see,
stop looking at shit with a one-track mind.
It's a lot of cats that don't understand that. They ain't never been in that courtroom where that gavel control what the hell happened with you. You feel what I'm saying? So that's a whole nother level. A lot of motherfuckers talking about, but don't understand. They never experienced it. You know,
Yeah, we
like I
ain't on
said,
here talking about.
Scotty was making great points. Scotty was making great points.
Yeah,
And
bro.
money echoed the sentiment, man. Say, look, we got to stop. The only way we gonna advance as a people is when we start holding each other accountable. You know what I'm saying? And being honest with each other. And what's happening here, we being honest about the situation. We being honest about what the fuck gonna happen when he go in that courtroom, if he make it to that courtroom. That's what we're being honest about. You know what I'm saying? Your feelings don't hold shit in there. It's the facts. It's dates, times, receipts. You know what I'm saying? So get off the bullshit, man. Staying on code ain't turning a blind eye to shit. Staying on code is staying on code. It is what it is. But it ain't turning a blind eye to shit because a motherfucker black or because, you know, they a minority. So I'm going to turn a blind eye. If the shit wrong, it's wrong. If the motherfucker right, they right. So, you know, you got to commend these men up here, real talk. And let me be the first one to say, you got to commend these men up here because regardless as to what their personal feelings may be about a fighter or whatnot, generally they're gonna give it to you like it is, man. That's why you got to support and salute the content and support the guys. Real talk.
Man,
And when they don't, you hold them accountable.
Right, I've been riding for Bud way before that nigga even thought about Terence Crawford. So I ain't worried about him.
And Bud doing something that's right, man. That's all I'm saying.
Never said he wasn't.
And we like what
never
he's
said
doing.
He wasn't. Yeah.
We
I never said you never said. I never said you did say. I never said you said he wasn't. But
Facts,
I'm saying
coach.
he's doing something that's right, and I hope he get what he deserves.
We all
Yeah,
do,
and-
big
and-
homie.
and we
That's all
all
I'm saying, coach. That's
and
all
I
I'm
don't
saying.
we
even
all
always
commend
fuck with
Bud. We all commend Bud for coming out, standing on his square, and coming up with this lawsuit. But on the other hand, I think that he should have kept that same energy the whole way through. When we
Facts.
was giving him a chance to come and say, you know what? I'm being mistreated over here. He came and said the opposite. And he was saying, you know, they treat me right and they doing good by me. It's just me. I need to do this, and that.
Exactly,
Right? When we was been saying that, we had been saying that. So
Exactly.
why didn't he keep
Like
the energy that we was
Bomac told us
giving
we don't
him
know what the
way
fuck
back
we talking
then? Why didn't he have that energy?
When Bomac telling us we don't know what the
Like I
fuck, we don't
said
know what the
earlier,
fuck we
at
talking
32 years old, at 33 years old, he couldn't wait 2 more years. He couldn't wait 2 years to
It doesn't.
to
He could have
start.
still said something.
Listen, yeah, I said right is right, wrong is wrong.
I mean, he did what he did it the way he did it. There's a lot of people that do it the way they do it. Some people come out with the rah-rah, some people be quiet, and some people was calm, but
he didn't
did
be
what he
quiet.
did.
He
After
said,
he got out
no.
the contract.
Wait, hold on. He didn't be quick. If he had just didn't say nothing, and then he came. If he hadn't said all the shit that he said, and then he came out and said, you know what? Now I've been treated wrong. Now it's my time to speak. We've been like, that's what's up, bud. You know what I'm saying? We rolling with you 150%. But wait, hold on. He didn't do that. We brought all of these issues up, and he denied it, saying, "Nah, you know they've been treating me good. It's you know Bob just being Bob. It's not Bob. It ain't Bob. You know what I'm saying? Because Bob been doing everything he can for me, but these guys don't want to fight me, or you know I need to do more for myself." He said all of this shit, Batman. Did you just all of a sudden forget?
All right, but I hope he got lawyers, and they looked at what they looked at, and that's why they put the lawsuit in. I mean, Bob ain't the only one that got good lawyers.
You're not understanding what I'm saying. Hold on. Jeffrey Brooks in that super chat again. Jeffrey Brooks in the super chat again. Salute to Jeffrey Brooks. He says Bud won't win because who he chose to resign with. He says after Bud signs at that dotted line, then Bob don't have to do a damn thing.
I'm not sure what he means. He don't have to do a
yes,
damn
he
thing.
do.
Yeah, I don't know about
You
that.
definitely have
gotta
to
put Bob in
take
the
action
contract,
on
man.
what's in the contract.
You gotta live up to the contract. But what I was saying, I understand what you're saying, Keith. He did it the quiet way. I mean,
he didn't do it the quiet way though. That's what I'm saying. If he had a been quiet, Batman, if he had been quiet about the situation, we wouldn't be saying, I wouldn't have the things to say that I'm saying. He wasn't quiet about the situation. He said the opposite. He said that Bob Arum was treating him right. He said that, it wasn't Bob and it was on him because, some things that Bob want him to do, he don't want to do that. He talked about all of that. All the receipts are there. So if he came out and said that,
but it's something that they probably stumbled up on that they think they got. They think they got him. I mean, man, I commend the guy. You know what I'm saying?
But see, with Bud Crawford, Batman, with Bud's situation, it's about money. It's probably about money that he believed that Bob Arum caused him to lose. At the time where he probably felt he should be getting bigger fights. With Mikey Garcia, it was about him not being able to get the fights. So that's why he was going to be released from his contract, because Bob wasn't honoring what's supposed to happen with him getting bigger fights, such as the damn Terence Crawford, Manny Pacquiao, and so forth. That was his deal.
Yeah, but
I
understand that. I understand that, but I'm just saying.
But this is about money with Bud, though.
I know with Bud's situation now, I know he got good lawyers. I know they looked it over and they think they got something. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm with him all the way. If
y'all have to understand, Bud a millionaire, right? So why would they just impulsively squander Bud Crawford's money by taking this to a lawsuit for $10 million? For $10 million, they have to have something. They have to be sure, or they the dumbest team in boxing.
Yeah, they the dumbest, or they got something. And I know. I hope he got good lawyers that ain't dumb.
They got some.
They Bob Arum got some too. About Deontay Wilder being in arbitration. People always said Deontay didn't know shit. He was just a boxer, and stuff like that. But when it comes down to it, he won the arbitration. People didn't think he had his team together either. He didn't think he had his paper in order.
I think that's a different situation.
Super chat real quick.
Yeah, it's a different situation.
Go ahead.
It was on the end of the contract.
Let me get to the super chat. Giovanni Walker says a lot of times you can't sue while under contract. And salute to you. Salute to Giovanni Walker in the super chat.
That's a good point Giovanni made, though. That's a good point.
What Giovanni say? A lot of times you can't sue while under contract. Well, listen, I'm gonna say this, bro. I hope you got all his ducks in a row. We can talk about the Deontay Wilder situation. I think that's something totally different from an arbitration with Tyson Fury and things of that nature. I think Bob Arum was going off of Tyson Fury and what Tyson Fury and them was saying, because Bob Arum, you got to remember, he didn't have Fury lawyers for him. Fury had his own lawyers. You dig what I'm saying? And they was assuring Tyson Fury, he was so fucking 100% sure, yeah, we want to do this and that and this. So I think Bob Arum can only go off for him. But when we talk about Bob Arum himself inside the court, not saying he haven't lost a fucking a suit in a courtroom like he just fucking, John Gotti, Teflon Don and shit like that. It just when it comes down to this situation and what Bud going into that courtroom with, right? Y'all can say it's for $10 million, this, that. That's a lot of money. And Bob, I'm telling you, Bob Arum is a smart man, bro. He's a smart man. I know my brother Bet thinking that he's sitting out, he losing his damn mind. The old motherfucker just talking. That Jewish motherfucker has the books. Y'all saying open up them books. Bud Crawford never complained about a payday. I never seen him complain about getting shortage on his money. You feel me?
In public, he didn't. In public,
well, no. I'm just saying. Well, Bomac the one that put it out there. We getting paid our money, this, that, and the third. So more than likely, he got paid what that contract said he deserved. You feel me? But
they did. Hold up. While they was with Bob, they had the lawyer send something to Bob when Bob got real rowdied up about something.
That was over that Earl Spence shit. They was talking about the $1 million and shit. But we will see. We will find out. I'm pulling for Bud. I want him to win this shit. Hope he do get his money because, like I always said, Bob Arum fucked him out of a lot of money. He the one decided to sign back. But that Pacquiao fight was to make Terence Crawford a star. What that boy say off of Godfather, you know, Johnny Fontaine cannot get that part. It'll make him a star. You feel me? And Bob did the same thing to his ass. He didn't let him get that many Pacquiao fights. You know what I mean? He must have felt like Bud was gonna leave his ass like everybody else, or whatever the situation was, man. But to me, I know y'all saying, oh, he's under contract, he's under this, he's under that. If a motherfucker is holding you back from eating and you feel like you deserve that what you say you deserve, and you know he doing you wrong, but y'all still out here kissing his ass and Bo Mac going to resign contracts, and you know that's just old Bob being Bob and all that shit. Well, then don't come out right now at this point, because now it's like, okay, well, I want to say this shit when it benefits me now. You know what I mean? Sort of like Floyd Mayweather, right?
So the racism.
Wait a minute. I just want to say, like, all lives matter, but then I'm not taking that away from it. Like, if it's racist, but don't just come out now because you feel like, oh, well, now it benefits me, and now I need y'all to go with me. But when we was trying to go with your ass, you turned our ass down. You feel me? So that's all I'm saying. But I hope he can pull through. I hope he pull through. Go ahead, Scott.
You know, money. I'm trying to chat real quick.
Okay.
Let me get this super chat real quick. My man, What Said TV says, for race to be considered a major part, the top-ranked books has to prove it. He says that's the civil suit. The video Bob saying he lost money on Bud is the defamation.
And that's my whole point.
And salute to what you said. What Said TV once again. Appreciate you in that super chat, man.
And that's
I got one more. Right? Hold on.
All right.
My man Jeffrey Brooks back in that super chat once again. He says, "Well, Bud's attorneys could have found a violation of the Ali Act somewhere. No telling what it could be." And salute to my man Jeffrey Brooks in that super chat. Yeah, go ahead, World Combat.
I'm just trying to find out the defamation part of it that bleeds over into racism. Like, if he said he lost money on Bud, okay, that wouldn't be considered racism. But you know, he lost money. You know, Bud feel that he should have money owed in a sum of 10 million. I'm just trying to find out how racism is affected in that category, because if we really want to talk in recent times about slander and defamation, we would absolutely go to the Mark Breland type, Tyson Fury type of situation that was blowing up YouTube. I mean, right. it was some allegations made right there, that's straight up defamation, and nobody was sued. Tyson Fury didn't sue. Damn, Mark Breland didn't sue. Sugar Hill didn't sue. None of that. So I think it's gonna be hard to get some type of defamation shit just off I lost some money and couldn't buy a house in Beverly Hills, dog.
That's a fact, Scott. That's a fact, because you got to prove he never said. And I know people gonna be like, "Oh well, saying Bud Crawford don't sell is like saying black folks don't sell." I promise you, Scott. I promise just gonna be with people. Well, he said that Terence Crawford couldn't sell. He never said that about Lomachenko. He never said that about this fighter. He never said that about that fighter. But he never said, "Oh well, blacks don't sell." He never said it. He said, "You know, I lost money on this man," and people keep saying, "Well, he has to show." I'm quite sure, man. He ain't just saying it. I don't think he just gonna come. Bob Arum ain't the man to just go come out and say some shit and don't mean it. To me, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say that everything he says fucking perfect or nothing like that, but something like that is one thing Bob Arum love, and that's his fucking money, bro. That's his money. That motherfucker go to the grave with his money, bro. Like, he's sitting up there, like I say, when he came out and said, okay, well, PBC didn't want to put the money up and lose the money, then go ahead. He's been like, what's the word? Consistent on that one thing. He's been consistent on. Am I lying every time? Well, I don't do it because I feel like I'm gonna lose money on it. I don't do it because I feel like I'm gonna lose money on it. Even with the fucking Bud Crawford and the Pacquiao fight, when it's supposed to happen, when the investors poured out that bitch, he like, well, shit, they poured out that motherfucker. Now, shit, I ain't putting my money up on it, right? And then it comes out, not saying Pacquiao and Bud would have did this shit, but it comes out making Pacquiao and Usyk numbers, and they looked like ass. So that kind of fits Bob Arum narrative. Ugas, right? That Bob Arum gonna say, well, if you can see, Bud don't sell, right? If it was Pacquiao, it would have been, it's because of Pacquiao would have sold the thing, right? So it's like, well, Bud is this big draw, then he's not selling in this one, he's not selling in that one, he's not selling in that one. You know what I'm saying? So that motherfucker got a case just like everybody else got a case. And it's gonna come down to who can prove their case the most. And for you to be asked for $10 million, bro, 10 M's, yeah, you better have some real fucking evidence. Because
it's hard to prove race in court, especially y'all got to think Top Rank been a company for over 60 years. Over 60 years. Come on.
And
That's
how
what
many
you got to think
lawsuits has
about.
happened in the last 10 years too? How
What'd
many
you say?
lawsuits? There haven't been that many lawsuits against
Shit.
Top Rank in the
One,
last 5 years,
one that I
dog.
know, Scott, that's Mikey Garcia. I ain't never
Yeah,
seen
Mike
nobody.
Garcia from what 2014, I think.
Right. I ain't never
Well,
seen
see,
nobody take Bob around the court.
what these niggas get, you know what I'm saying, twisted in the comments is we not taking up for Bob. We letting y'all know that it's gonna be hard for him to prove this shit in court. And this is a fact. You know, unless they have something underlined to where, you know, hey, you can't really Bob Arum and Top Rank can't get out of it.
Right. Shayna said, what about the slander? Bob talking about Bud in public. Well, they denied the slander, Shayna. They openly denied it, right? The only one that came out and said something about it was his sister.
They ain't really deny it. They just said that's
Shit,
Bob
that's
being
just
Bob.
Bob being Bob. Okay,
not
but what Bud say? Well, Bob is doing his job. He's trying to get us these fights. It's not Bob, right? Bob doing everything he can do.
But saying Bob being
Now
Bob,
a slander case,
that's
right? Right. Check this out. Now, Sheena, now if the case was slander, well, then he might have a stronger case because Bob came out and did an interview after Bud is already gone, and I talked about this myself, right? I actually did a video on this, right? Bob came out after Bud is already gone, and he's still talking shit about Bud, about how much money he lost on him, and this, and I said that's slander. I said, now you stopping this man from getting money with other promoters that might want to do some business with him. So yeah, but slander and racism is two different things.
I'm happy you said that, Key, because I was gonna say when we say the slander part, right? And then you say it could stop him from getting money with somebody, but has it? That's gonna be the case. Has it stopped you from making money with anybody? Like defamation of character, yeah. When you go into the courtroom, defamation of character, either you lost something, right? You got this taken away from me. You got that. Oh, what are you gonna go in there and say? What's the shit they always say for what at the end and add this on there for emotional stress or something?
work, Slim.
Yeah, so you telling me you have an emotional stress, Bud? You crying at nighttime and shit. You can't think right. You can't focus, right? So if you can come into the courtroom and say, "Well, I lost out on $10 million because of, you know, when Bob Arum said that, these people came and said, well, because of that, this is what happened." If you ain't got no shit like that on the books where you can show physical proof that you lost this money because of the words he said from the slander, then that shit not gonna hold no weight in the courtroom. You know what I'm saying? And then how do you consider that slander by saying, well, I lost money on this fighter, right? You gotta have proof that that's slander when he can come back and say, well, Bob Arum can come back and say, well, look, I lost money. This fight, right? I had to pay this fighter this. I had to pay the promotional company that he was dealing with this, that, and that out of my pockets. And what I came up with is that I must have made X, Y, and Z. Like Bob been in this game for a long time. That's why he was kicking his feet, laughing, chuckling at Teofimo ass when he talking about well, I got it. I got the money and this, that. He like, bitch, I'm gonna get $800,000 just by sitting back not doing nothing. You think I got a problem with you going to fight over there? Right? So man, that shit deeper than what people think. You ain't just walking inside that courtroom because you feel like, oh, this said that you think you got a case now. You got some good lawyers, kudos to you. I'm hoping you win it all, but Bob Arum ain't going out without a fight. That's all I'm gonna say. That motherfucker ain't going out without a fight.
And let me get to my man Randall Bivens in that super chat. He says, I say don't go the race route because Arum will opt resource. He says Arum will out resource you and okay. He says Arum will out resource you and you'll end up with nothing. He says Anglos in court are king of finding loopholes.
That motherfucker had a whole church out there saying we will overcome for Bob Arum. Give me the 3 churches on the corner, and that motherfucker he gonna bring in Scotty. Scotty gonna be right there saying, I had a great time, man. PBC, I mean, you know, in, bro. I had a great time. I mean, the food was on point. I had extra sodas and shit. I got the front row seat. So, you know what I'm saying? Gonna have a lot of them Scotties in that bitch. And Bud gonna be looking like, what the fuck is going on?
You mean Terence Crawford is an asshole.
I mean,
Nah, I
he's
ain't gonna
trying
be going
to.
against
This
King Crawford.
guy.
Nah,
I mean, this
I
guy.
already know
I've lost
Scott.
so much money on this, and this guy's talking about racism.
Man, let me
Hey,
say, I
see,
love Bud,
to,
man.
to respond to Randall though, right? If we use that mentality, Mikey Garcia, as young as he was back in 2014, to even pursue a lawsuit like that, then he can use that same factor. Like, why would you go against Bob? Bob been in the game ever since Luis Resto and Billy Collins. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Top Rank was promoting that fight, one of the most controversial fights in the history of the sport.
Man
So
killed himself after that shit, right, Scott?
yeah, he went downhill from there and killing himself. So Bob was there too. So he's been around the game with DK, dog, Don King. Of course he
Right.
got resources. But we can't sit up here and say, "Oh, let me not take a step forward." They always say stand for something, fall for anything, man. You got to step up and goddamn knowing you about to have some repercussions behind this. And if it's right and you feel it's right, you go pursue it.
That's
If
right.
you feel it's something you can't conquer, then guess what, man? You just hold your square and you just deal with it.
Right. I feel you though, Scott. If you feel like you've been wrong, then go ahead and chase it, man. It's what you do. Shit. Even if you come out on the wrong side of it, at least you can feel good in the inside saying, you know what I'm saying, I did what the fuck I felt like was right. Instead of just sitting back and not knowing, you know what I'm saying? And it could affect somebody down the line, could help out, even if it help out one fighter, you know what I'm saying? You still have to out somebody, or even if it just changed the mind. But looking at Bob Arum right now, him being stuck in his ways, bro, ain't shit gonna change with Bob. Ain't shit gonna change with Bob, bro.
I don't think he really care about going to court anyway, man. Bob been through this shit before.
Yeah, Bob is a lawyer himself. Shit. But
Yeah, he's an attorney. He went through the Don King era. Bob ain't worrying about some lawsuit that's coming from Crawford.
And real talk, I'm pretty much, I mean, I believe he has been done wrong. I'm pretty sure that everybody on this panel think that he's been done wrong. But at the end of the day, it's about what you can prove and what evidence you have to back that.
That's what it's about, man. I still support the team. I'm just saying, like, since people know you on a high level, everybody know, the top tier celebrities, athletes, or whatever. But when it always comes down to a lawsuit, people always say, "Oh, why are they doing that? They're gonna mess it up." Shit, they probably been messed up for quite some time. It's just built up, and they can't tolerate it no more. So they have enough they have enough resources right now where they can say, "Okay, let me go about this and take it to court." And I think that's what Terence is doing right now. He feel that everything's aligned for him. He's out of that contract with Bob, and it's time to damn handle some other shit, some due diligence. Pay me my money that I believe that you caused me not to earn, or whatever the case may be.
And I hope he win. I hope he win 20 million. You know what I'm saying? Shit, I hope he get everything he can out of Bob Arum and Top Rank. But we just got to break the situation down and give y'all, different perspectives of what's gonna go on.
I'm just saying this, key, right quick. I'm just saying this. Listen, I done been to PBC multiple times. I've been to Top Rank. Nothing compares to Top Rank promotions when it comes to a fight week. Nothing. I'm just being honest. I done been around. You talking about sometimes you even get food vouchers in that bitch. Nothing compares to a Top Rank hospitality when they putting on a fight. PBC, that's like going to the shelter trying to say, "Hey, I want a dog." I ain't gonna go there.
I got a homeboy that worked for Top Rank, and he says the same thing, Scotty. I got a homeboy, you know what I'm saying? I call him right. He worked for Top Rank. He tells me the same shit. He loved it, but that's neither here nor there. But I mean, we can hear that from Scotty, who is a black man that been on both sides.
Man, PVC some shit. Man,
yeah. I mean, they ain't just best saying that though. I got
Let's go to PBC.
my homeboy Ryan Allen.
Racism.
Let me say this though. My boy Ryan Allen, right? He had to fight up on the Al Heyman, bro. Man, Ryan said he went to that shit, bro. They had his ass in the back for hours, bro. Like even when he supposed to been went on there, he supposed to been the first nigga. He said he turned out being the last one. Everybody was gone. He like, bro, he's talking about, and they did it again. Then he just got a fight with Top Rank, and he said he treated him way better than people. He ended up losing. He fought. He lost the fight against Romero and shit. He was on TV. But like shit, man, Top Rank did me way better than him. Gave me more money. Like Scotty said, flew me in. Everything was on point. And I get Ryan Allen on. He'll tell you out his own mouth. He the fighter. So it's like when you say certain shit, you just got to prove, man. Because there's a lot of motherfuckers out there that's saying Bob so damn right at the same time.
If they don't think you got value over PBC, they don't give a fuck about you.
I agree. I agree.
Blue
with
is
that.
going down, Blue. Shit, it is what it is.
But yeah,
PBC.
salute Blue Blood in the building. What's happening with it, my brother Blue?
Blue.
And y'all make sure that y'all go sub to Blue Blood Sports TV and Emmanuel H. They got a basketball channel. Make sure that y'all go sub to the basketball channel. Blue, drop that basketball channel link. Drop the link to the basketball channel in the chat.
Man, why me ain't never tell me about that thing? I'm damn sure gonna subscribe.
Yeah. They got a basketball channel.
I think I'm gonna come out with a football channel because we about to win this Super Bowl this year.
I'm
gonna be talking
know
my
that's a lie.
shit. Yeah,
Who is we? That's a lie.
Who is we money? Who
my
you
LA Rams.
They out. They one and done. And Blue Blood. It's beef this weekend. You know me and we got real beef this weekend. You know Blue Blood a 49ers fan, and y'all already know how I rock. You know I'm a Cowboy.
Boy, Keith, stop. You ain't got no faith in them damn Cowboys trying to talk about my team. I'm talking about your team.
When it's against the 49ers,
yeah,
we got a long rival. We gonna bring
Is
the
Tony
rival
Romo
back
still there? Is Tony Romo still there?
And until we beat the shit out the 49ers, I ain't fucking with Blue Blood Sports TV. Hey,
I'm scared.
Going
I'm so scared of the 49ers. Here I go. Oh my God. Do we have to play them again next week? I'm going. Look, they ain't even had the shit out. I'm like, please, God.
Y'all get that link.
Man,
Emmanuel
play fucking Aaron Rodgers first.
Emmanuel
play the Eagles.
Drop the link.
Nah, man, they fucked that up.
Drop the link to the basketball channel. Y'all go hit that link that my brother Emmanuel H just dropped in the chat. It's Blue Blood Sports TV and Emmanuel H.
Tampa Bay played the Eagles.
Yeah, we lost the fucking second seed. We gave it to Tampa, bro. We supposed to have the Eagles and we supposed to have 2 home field. We supposed to have home field advantage until the fucking championship game. These motherfuckers got to be road warriors now. Stupid mother. Boy, I'll tell you, boy, I can choke Sean McVay ass, boy. Swear to God, I can, boy.
Hey, my man said this ain't 1993. Well, it is again now. It's we you know what I'm saying? We going back to that rivalry. Nah, if you're a Niners fan, you know what it is with me. Fuck y'all.
Y'all can't be the fan.
I'm already subscribed. I'm already subscribed, so I didn't even know this shit. Hey, I probably subscribed way back when.
Y'all can't be the team that's over 500, man.
Man, hey, we'll talk about that in a minute, man. We're gonna talk about that in a minute, man. And once again, y'all go sub to Blue Blood Sports TV and Emmanuel H. They basketball channel. He dropped the link in the chat, so make sure y'all just go click on that link and sub to that channel. And then my man Randall Bivens, he says, but we all know Bud intent is to get money out this. He says, when I say out resource, Arum is gonna use his money to appeal. Who has the most money? Yeah, when they get to fighting in the court, Arum got a whole bunch of resources and he got a whole lot of money, y'all.
He got a whole lot of money, but if he slipped up on any of that paperwork, that shit don't mean nothing.
Absolutely. Then Mikey Garcia shit would have been longer than what it was because Mikey wasn't rich. He's just lucky he had a second job with real estate. You know what I'm saying?
They Arum and Top Rank better hope they cross all their T's and dotted all their I's. Jeffrey Brooks back in the super chat once again. He says he said nobody saying he lost money is probably fact. He says nobody saying he lost money is probably facts, but he can't put that out there neither as a warning to other promotional companies. Damn it, it jumped on me. Hold on, let me go back.
That will affect Bud from signing.
He said, what did you say? Because it jumped on me. I ain't have.
You say,
nobody saying he lost money is probably facts, but he can't put that out there neither as a warning to other promotional companies that will affect Bud from signing on. Something like you said earlier, Keith, for saying,
Okay, yeah.
for
Yeah,
saying
and then
Man,
my
cause
man Zenith 360, what's happening with it? Zenith's off in the super chat showing
Zana,
love.
what's up,
He
Zana?
says part of Bud complaint is fraudulent and negligent. He says representation of regards to not getting the Spence fight. He said Spence said that the fight could be made because Bob was. He said Spence said that the fight could be made because Bob was lying. But he says, but blaming PBC was easier than. Yeah, basically what he said is, they took the route to blame PBC.
I mean, but man, hopefully, man, when they go to court, man, Bob slipped up. Hopefully, Terence Crawford people saw something, and that's why they going for it. But other than that, fuck Bob Byrne, man. I hope you get what you deserve, man.
My man, Kyle, the boxing section, TBS in the building. And y'all make sure Kyle got a documentary out. And Kyle, bruh,
Kyle, what's up, Kyle?
I still ain't got the link from you, bruh. Kyle, Kyle got a boxing documentary out. Y'all need to go check out for sure.
Hey, Blue, F
From
them
the
Niners,
$7.
Blue. F them Niners, Blue. F them Niners, Blue.
Yeah, Blue. It's beef, Blue.
Yeah.
Blue. It all the week I got beef with Blue Blood Sports TV. It's beef. You know what rivalry is. Y'all see this? Y'all see the Dion Cowboy plaque on the back of my wall? Y'all see what it is. Y'all know what time it is, boy.
Hey, Keon, I just had to say, man, I understand that you going through COVID and everything, but that video you put up, oh my God, that shit
10-year
was
challenge.
hilarious, dog.
I just
You got me.
today, bro.
You got me with a 10-year deal. You got me on the thumbnail, dog. You got me.
Man, that shit was so funny, bro.
That shit right there was absolutely a classic, dog.
I said this nigga put up. I started go. This nigga put up a whole damn video of his little pictures and shit. I wanted to click on them motherfucker. I dropped down.
That's what I thought too.
Yeah,
Money. I thought the same thing. I said, okay, he got a whole video of his pictures, and then he had background music the whole entire way in that motherfucker, dog, with the same pictures up there. Damn, that's fucked up, dog.
Oh shit, that's y'all boy, man.
I don't have no ownership on that.
He say that's your man's. That's your man.
I just hope Bud win.
That's Money's boy. That's Money boy. And that's the first time I saw Money Brown when he was over there back in the day on Facebook.
Yeah. That's why I seen this guy too.
Let me see what Blue Blood.
That's why I say Keon there too. I saw Keon there over there.
Emmanuel H is beef with you too. If you in here, if you rocking against the Cowboys, hey, this shit real.
I just know my Rams just brought Earl Weddles back, baby. We got Earl Weddles back. I don't know what the fuck Earl Weddles finna do after being out for 2 years. But I pray to God he got a little bit of. I pray to God he got some of that little charges in him back in the days. I hope he been steroiding up and they don't catch his ass to the Super Bowl over with.
Blue Blood he says the roles have reversed from 93. Now we gonna run the ball down. He said they gonna run the ball down the Cowboys' throats like y'all did us in 93 and 94. Man,
Rams pussy eliminated them boys, man.
Money. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna keep it real. Money. What did I tell you? I said I'm scared about the run because the Cowboys do have a problem stopping that run, bro.
Hell yeah, man. That's my.
I said that shit to Money too. But man,
one thing about the
Niners.
One thing about the Niners, bro, Jimmy G, man, that dude was just cool in the other side of the field. I'm like, why do he got to come back against us? Why he couldn't keep his bad thumb ass out and let the little rookie come in so we can wrap his ass up and throw his ass all around? Soon as I seen Jimmy G, bro, I say, come on. And not only that, when I seen them come down,
I'm gonna drop this link for the boxing section real quick.
Right, man.
Cause I don't nobody else grab the link.
Man, when that nigga straight kicked that field goal, bro, before halftime, I got nervous as hell, bro. But it's all good, though. You know, everybody 0-0 now, though. You feel me? Everybody 0-0 now.
Section real quick.
And it's elimination time, man. Go home.
Yeah.
Put up.
When to go home,
put up and shut up.
When to go home, baby.
Yes, sir.
When to go home.
Yeah, but Dallas ain't win against no 500 teams lately, man. They over 500.
Man, chill out, Batman. Batman, chill out, bro.
All right,
chill out.
Apologize.
Chill, dog. Chill.
Just root for my Browns. Bet you'll be all right. You feel me?
Hey, Zenith 360, man. My man Zenith 360 back in that super chat. He says, everyone was just mad at Tim Smith for saying Top Rank didn't market Bud as a star, and Bud wants to. He says, and Bud wants star money, which caused economic holdups. He says now Crawford suing Bob for things Tim said is their current holdup. He said now they suing Bob for things Tim said is their current holdup.
I mean, yeah, but Bob, Bob put it out there where as though he started fucking the money up for Crawford. He only did that because at first he'd say some weird shit about Crawford, and then he'd be like, Earl Spencer's ducking Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford is the best. And that bullshit. Now he just straight with fuck Terence Crawford, man. Terence Crawford can't sell. He's a horrible fighter. Hey, Slim. Bob Arum is a motherfucking man. I ain't gonna say too much, man, because I might start saying some shit. People will be like I'm too creepy, man. But he need to go ahead. I mean, I really want it done to him for what he did to Marvin Hagler, man. That's why I really want it done to him. But other than that,
hey, my man Kyle in the building. What's happening with it?
Man, well, what's up with all my player partners, man? First and foremost, we're going to put hands and feet on them sorry-ass Cowboys, man.
Man, fuck
you know
what I'm talking about. Man, y'all already know what it is.
Listen, man, y'all boys ain't played nobody but two squeegees, you know what I'm saying? A soggy sponge, you know what I'm saying? And a mop bucket. You did what I'm saying? Y'all boys is ass cheeks, and we're going to expose you boys. Y'all always get exposed. Y'all ain't been nowhere. Y'all ain't seen shit in 10, 15, 20, 30 years. You know what I mean? And we're going to show y'all niggas what's going on. You know what I mean? The Niners, we looking very, very good right now. We got our corners. They finally came back from being injured. Kittle's 100%. Debo's 100%. The O-line is looking spectacular. Y'all O-line is looking suspect. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to have a ball on you niggas.
Hey,
for damn sure.
It sounds good.
No, it sounds amazing. It sounds amazing.
I don't gamble.
I mean, I want to hear y'all boys say drop them dollars. That's what I want to see.
Hey, John Kramer.
I want to see who believe what the fuck they talking about.
John Kramer said he got 200 on the Niners. I don't gamble.
And I got to say this, Keon. Okay, I got to tell you this, though. I told you what to do, and you still ain't do it. You got to click the link that says watch on YouTube.
It ain't working, though. It ain't coming up.
Well, listen, check your Instagram, nigga. I sent you the whole video.
All right, bet.
Hey, Keith, when you stop gambling, man?
I don't gamble.
He lost all that money to Bowman.
Dallas Cowboys, I don't gamble. That's money. I don't gamble on the Dallas Cowboys.
That's bad luck because they trash. Hey, but let me tell you this, though. The documentary is out right now, man. The documentary is out. Listen, man, y'all just spent $7 on cigarettes and hookers. Y'all can spare $7 for your boy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Definitely a hell of a documentary. Like I said, I seen the previews. I ain't got to see the whole documentary yet, but you could drop the link or just let them know where to get it at.
Man, www.theboxingsection.com. If you're familiar with Philadelphia, the Badlands is where most of the film took place. Most of which we couldn't even share. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of shit. So we had to do a lot of editing out of the Badlands part. That could be its own documentary in itself, being out there. So if you're familiar with Philly, you know the Badlands is one of the worst places in Philly.
What's the documentary about?
It's a guy named Joshua Jones. He's a boxer out of Philly, trying to continue his quest to stay a professional boxer. Because, a lot of times, man, life happens. Niggas got to end up getting jobs, man. They say fuck boxing because they got to take care of their family. So the story is just basically about his life trying to stay focused and keep boxing. You know, we got some of the biggest names in Philly in the film. We got J Rock was in the film. We got Cool Boy Steph. Trainer was in the film. Teron Ennis. Bozy Ennis was in the film. Shit, you name it, man. We had a lot of people a part of the film. We lost a lot of footage too, man, because memory cards. But we had Cool Boy Steph in there. We had Danny Garcia. But we got a lot of shit, man. And my next documentary is gonna be my best documentary, man, because it's called The B-Side. So y'all be on the lookout for that, man. I got Johnny Rice a part of it, Lonnie B, Mickey Bay, and hopefully I can get them boys out of DC. They got robbed in Minnesota, so I'm trying to get them on there as well. So I'm trying to make it either like a series or just a long ass documentary. You know, for your $7, man, you're getting an hour and damn near 30 minutes. So it's not like you getting it's not like a 15-minute documentary where you just kind of get a little something and then you don't feel like you got your money's worth. So people ask why it's not free, because it wasn't free to make. You know what I'm saying? Them flights wasn't free, them hotels wasn't free, to record wasn't free, to be in the hood wasn't free. You know, niggas risk their life to film this motherfucker. We was in the worst part of Philly at night, where anything could happen. So on that merit alone, $7 ain't shit. You know what I mean? You could ask 7 people for $1 and get the film. You know what I mean?
You know what, John Kramer? And so yeah, definitely. And I got the link to the film. Actually, I already paid for it. I got the link to the film in my inbox right now. And John Kramer, if you still in the building, I just thought about that shit, man. You can run that 200. I got the Cowboys. How about that? What's up,
oh yeah,
John?
y'all for damn sure gonna lose now because you ain't good on bets.
Building, I got the Cowboys.
Hey, listen, the last time you did a bet and I was involved in it, you lost. So I'm banking on that.
Hey man,
you gave Bo back his money yet?
Man, fuck him. Give him a bill. I gave you your money. I ain't giving Bo Mac shit. I ain't tell you what happened with Bo Mac. I ain't tell you what happened with that situation.
What?
So with the Bo, and let me read these let me read these super chats, and then I'll tell you what happened with that. Emmanuel H off in that super chat, he says, I ain't a 49ers fan. He said he ain't no Niners fan either. He said he just know the Cowboys. I don't know what that word is you put in there. He said he know the Cowboys is gonna win. That's what he said. He said he ain't no 49ers fan. He just know the Cowboys is gonna win. That's what he said. Yeah. And then we got Giovanni Walker in the building. He says Bud lawyers are not going to waste their time with the frivolous lawsuit. Yeah, man. And salute to Giovanni Walker. I hope not. And I think they know that what they, you know what I'm saying? They think they got something.
There go John Kramer. Key down there.
Okay, yeah, okay. John said lock him in for that 200. Okay, we in for that 200.
Hey, Keon, before you talk about that Bomac shit, I'm gonna tell you this about that lawsuit. It's so many interviews that my boy Fred did that just give up the cheeks. You know what I'm saying? He basically they can base their whole fucking case on Fred's interviews with Bob Arum. Every single interview he's done with Bob Arum, they can go back and touch bases on them interviews. And they also need to give Fred a shout out for how making the case so goddamn easy for them to win. Because Bob Arum, boy, he tell everything. You know, he's 90 years old, so he don't give a fuck. But you know what I'm saying? With him not giving a fuck, gave up a lot of information that Terence Crawford camp is gonna be able to use.
That's what I was telling my money, man. Bob
Yeah,
Bob sit out here, motherfucking see now, be running his fucking mouth. He be saying all types of wild shit to people.
Let me read this. Let me read this super chat. Zenith 360, my man, back in the building. He says, crazy how a little hospitality makes people doubt racism. Top Rank been in business 60 years after stealing the company from a black man. He says they should be better at everything than a 6-year-old or like PBC
organization like PBC.
organization. Yeah, he says they should be better at everything than a 6-year-old
Hey, can I respond to
organization
that?
like PBC.
Let me
But
say
him
something
stealing the
first.
company, that's not
Let me
true.
first. Hold on,
Can I
let me say
That's
respond to
not
that
true though.
bullshit?
About the
I wanna
company
put-
being stolen, that's
A
not
little
true.
hospitality, a little hospitality makes people doubt racism. Hospitality shouldn't make you doubt anything. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You should understand if you black what racism is, period. It don't have shit to
Right.
do with hospitality. There's plenty of white people that invite you in the house just to have a conversation, and then they can start treating you like, hey, so they bring up some damn topics that's controversial to get your reaction. I mean, it's many ways to racism. I was born and raised in the South. You know what I'm saying? People can give you hospitality all the time and disrespect the fuck out of you.
Right.
Period.
Disrespect you. Why you in the house, Scott? You hear me?
Yeah.
Hey, Jeffrey Brooks, watch your mouth, Jeffrey. Watch your mouth, Jeffrey. Hey, but I want to say this too about what Cal said. Listen, they can go and scrape up them words all they want to. You best believe Bob go scrape up the words that Bud Crawford and Bo Mac was saying as well. So it go both ways, bro. It's gonna do more than word scraping to win the case. You ain't been, oh well, you know, he said this. You know, he said he was on here, he said that, and he was on here, he said that. What did he say? Right? That had to do with being racist, and the case that you're trying to make inside that courtroom is what it's gonna come down to, right? Because for him to be on the black man panel for once, he's talking to a black man, right? He's talking to a black man more than once, right? He talked to Blue Blood, he talked to Fred. So that shows that he got black ties out here, and he's talking to black people in general. So you're gonna need more than a little word scraping to say that this, that, and the third for you to be making your case, defamation on the black man, whatever you know you're trying to go in there and say, bro. Look, Bob Arum ain't no spring chicken. Y'all think that Bob is old and senile, but when it comes to this type of shit, he can do this shit with his eyes closed. One thing a motherfucker do that is senile, right? Like my daddy, they remember shit from back in the days, bro. And Bob Arum is a lawyer. He's not fit to forget that. He can do that shit in his sleep, bro. We talking about that motherfucking courtroom. Bob does that shit in his sleep. And like I say, I'm not saying he won every case, but I just hope Bud got his ducks in a row on what he's doing, bro. Because to go in there to spend the money on the shit, and if you lose out, you just lost out on all that money for what? You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. We'll see. I pray.
We're talking about discrimination against black fighters. We can say the same shit about PBC because from the looks of it, they doing a whole bunch of discrimination against they black fighters.
And that's what I said earlier. PBC,
we can go down the line how PBC got all their black fighters sitting on the shelf. They up and coming young talented black fighters. You don't never see them. But then they got cars full of nothing but Mexicans. A car full of nothing but Mexicans on Juneteenth. So I mean, come on now.
With Charlo brothers.
Let's talk about that. The PBC
and Bud getting millions of dollars too.
So man, you need to chill with just directing shit just because I said that it was hospitality there. I haven't experienced it. So just because I'm black doesn't mean I'm supposed to just tag along with everything that's going on from what Bud is putting in a lawsuit, bro.
Exactly.
That's not the mentality I have, man. You know what I'm saying? That might be your mentality, but I haven't seen it for myself. I'm not a fighter that's going in there and happen to, be on the contract with Top Rank. I'm just saying if it's strict racism, I've been around long enough to know that it's gonna trickle down one way or the other to a point where it's gonna become obvious that they ain't fucking with black people.
Exactly.
It's gonna become obvious that they ain't fucking with us. They ain't gonna just continue to tap dance and be nice to us for no reason. Who am I? The Top Rank. I'm nobody. The Top Rank.
All right. And it's a lot that go into that shit though, Scott. It's more than just saying. Go ahead, keep my bad.
Nah. I was just gonna get into this. If Kyle was still on here, I was gonna get into this little situation. Well, it ain't no situation.
Just let me say this though, Key. All Scott's saying is this, man. And what I'm saying is, when you're walking inside that courtroom, and y'all with all this we shall overcome shit and stay on code and all that shit don't mean shit inside that courtroom when them doors closed, bro. You got to go in there. You got to understand that's a case you got to prove. You got to find another case that happened the same exact way what happened with Bud, and they won that shit. Y'all keep saying, well, it's only a silver suit, and it's only it is, and y'all trying to make it like it's just so easy to go in there and win that shit. No, it's not that easy. Just walk your ass inside that courtroom and win that case. I don't give a damn how much money you think you got. Like my man say, that boy got all the resources in the world, and his money is longer. Right now, that don't automatically mean you get a fucking W. But you got to understand what the fuck you're doing when you walk inside there, bro. You got to have your shit in a row, not just because you found one little loophole and you feel like, oh shit, I have a case. Okay, that one little loophole might be enough to get it heard inside the courtroom, but where else is go trickle down to? And what do you got to touch on every fucking point? Is what it's gonna come to, bro. You gotta touch everything that's on point. You gotta touch every point that you're going in there, you talking about in that courtroom. And if you can't do that, then that's gonna be money loss, and then it's gonna be a knock on your ass. And Bob Arum gonna continue on doing what he's doing until he croak. Still having Tyson Fury coming out singing him happy birthday and all the shit that he's doing now, bro. So we pushing for Bud. We want the man to win what he's doing. This ain't nobody knocking Terence Crawford or us just seeing the situation not going for him, bro. But these are facts of the matter. And if you go touch on something like this, then you got to touch on every aspect of the shit and not just one aspect because you feel like that's the strong suit and it's going to fit somebody. No, it ain't going to fit him walk inside that courtroom. You walk out that motherfucker with an L. So we'll just see.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, we all rooting for Terence Crawford to, for the lawsuit to go through and for Terence Crawford to win it. We all rooting for Bud. But at the end of the day, I mean, it ain't just about what we rooting or what we think. It's about what they can prove in court, So, man, another great show. I appreciate everybody for coming through. Let me get y'all last words. So, World Combat, before you get out of here, let me get your last words, World Combat.
Shout out to Everything Boxes, Keon, everybody who pulled up to the panel, man. Salute to y'all. Another hitter. You know what I'm saying? A hot one, especially, speaking on a topic that's buzzing right now, being that we've been talking about this over and over again about, is Crawford Spence gonna fight this year? Then we had the Timothy shit come up, and what he's saying, and now we have the Bud, shit coming up with the racism and the civil lawsuit. So hey, it was hot topics today, and I appreciate the brothers for always putting out conducive content to the boxing community and the audience. And man, y'all know where to find me whenever I'm on. Subscribe to the channel and you get the notification. And, be safe out there, man. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, Scotty. And Money, let them know, Money.
Man, shouts out to everybody that came through showing love to my bro Key, my brother Scotty, as always. Everybody else that was on the panel, Batman, Coach, Kyle. Good luck on that documentary. I'm gonna show love. But yeah, man, it's just a real life situation, man. It's something that when it's something like this going inside the courtroom and people looking at who it is and it's your people and we know what the fuck we've been through and things of that nature. And it's Bob Arum and a lot of people that don't like Bob Arum, they want that situation. They want to win. You know what I'm saying? They want them to win. We want them to win. But with this shit going on, bro, you got to be real about the situation. I got to look at everything from every aspect, bro. Just can't look at shit from just out of one lens and just thinking that it's going to, translate to a W for you, because it's not, bro. So we pushing for Bud, wishing them all the best. Another great show, Key, as usual, bro. Y'all know how Key be putting it down, bro. It's always going to be fire. So y'all keep support. Follow me at Money Brown TV. We will go live tonight, 8 o'clock Central Time. Follow me on Instagram, Money the Writer. We show every fight, every Saturday, every Friday night. Big fights, small fights, little fights, no matter who it is. So y'all go follow me on Instagram if y'all need somewhere to watch the fights, man. Keep grinding, keep shining. Shouts out to my brother Emmanuel H. is all love. Shouts out to everybody that shot the super chats. Y'all know what it is, man. Big dog status, man. Much love, bro.
Yes, sir. And my man Emmanuel H. back in that super chat. He says, last words. He says, the Cowboys getting that victory. He says, I appreciate the show. And he says, I think I'll be back tomorrow. See, that's what he said. If y'all having a hard time reading, he said the Cowboys is getting the victory. That's so. And salute to my man Emmanuel H. I agree with you that the Cowboys is going to stump down on them 49ers. I agree with everything Emmanuel H. is saying. Appreciate everybody for coming through. My brother Emmanuel H., everybody that came through and showed love to the show in the super chat. Keep the show up and running. And yeah, appreciate everybody. Another great topic. And like I said, don't forget Friday. Friday gonna be big, y'all. We doing the breakdown. We doing the fight breakdown show with the Terence Crawford versus Sean Porter and Sean Porter versus Errol Spence. We're going to do that on Friday, y'all. And y'all already know how I do. Appreciate everybody. There you go, talking that boxing again. And we gone.